God damn, Gary. Some serious gourmet. What flavor is this? That's right, it's the all-hell medium roast private blend. Check out the Geek Grind Coffee Nerdrotic page for our other options like the Decadence, Feathers of Liberty, vanilla-infused flavored coffee. Or if you're looking for something darker, try the Dark Roast FNT blend of the Fellowship. You know what? Just buy all three. GeekGrindCoffee.com. Use discount code Nerdrotic.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Let's go!
Ah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Did I yell? Did I frighten you?
Oh God, what's happening here?
Let's do this.
Fun little stream.
Welcome.
I could go to war.
We're ready. I had a lot of caffeine this morning, but I also have
babies.
I don't have those, but I like them. I also have my bags and boards, and I have my little magazine. But I also have comics, and I'm ready to chat. I'm ready to chat. The real BBC. Oh my God, you're so amazing today. So enthusiastic, audience. We love you. We love you dearly. What a weekend it has been of torturously bad television, gentlemen. With Secret Invasion of Nick Fury's anus. Stole that from Az.
Secret Invasion, Nick Fury's anus.
I watch your videos. And of course,
by the way, your video yesterday was fucking amazing.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
I applauded after it. I went,
thank you. It was
I was just like, that was neat because I'm not weird. I don't applaud videos when I'm on my own in the room as
with his floppy little tentacles. It probably sounds kind of weird. It could probably destroy universes too. Thank you. Yeah, we worked hard on that one. I had to watch that effing series twice. Admittedly, I watched the second time at double speed, which made it even funnier, by the way. But yeah, it's abysmal. And that 6th episode was like next level. Absolutely next level MC. I was like, oh my God. Damn. They really did it. And but you know, I have to admire the very subtle transmission allegory they had running through the show as well. It's very, very subtle. And The Witcher season 3, I don't even know what to say about the show. I watched it. It was a freaking catastrophically bad, especially that penultimate episode with Ciri walking through the desert for an entire hour, and Geralt's in it for like a minute in his final series, dude.
sounds about right.
You know, the biggest complaint about season 1 was he's injured in the cart in the final episode, and Yennefer gets the final battle. He's injured in the last 2 episodes, going through fracking physical therapy from a bunch of hippies, hippie women, and and then Ciri gets saved by the rats, which look like cosplayers. I was laughing my ass off by the end, but
that's the next series,
dude.
That's the next series, the rats. That's what they're gonna do.
I think there's a real possibility Netflix could pull the plug on this if the strike goes long enough. for one, we'll go over it like it's already the lowest rated.
It's already
been
it's already indefinitely postponed now.
Postponed because of the strike. So hey, thank you to the Film Actors Guild and the Writers Guild for going on strike and delaying that. And we'll get into it. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. As good as somebody can be who's had to watch episode 6 of Secret Invasion of Nick Fury's anus. And I've just come out of the cinema today after seeing Barbie, which I thought was a lot of fun because that is inadvertently, I have to stress that word, inadvertently, Greta Gerwig manages to highlight every single solitary thing wrong with modern day feminism and inadvertently make the most based movie of modern time, where Ken is easily by far the protagonist and all the Barbies and the feminists are the antagonists. I don't think that's what she intended. I think she's mad as hell that most people are really loving Ken from this film. And if you look at it through that lens, because that's the only lens that I could see. And my friend who's with me, who's a complete normie, kind of was on the same page on this one. He was just like, this is basically highlighting everything wrong with women. I was like, it is like the guy just wants to be there for her and be appreciated. And and she's just shitting all over him and all the Kens and why don't the Kens have houses? They're all repressed. And Barbie goes to the real world, which is California, which is as far away from the real world as you can possibly be, and goes back to Barbie Land to enact revenge on a group of people who are repressed and have been repressed, apart from these couple of days that Ken has managed to bring some joy to everybody in Barbie Land. The women are even loving it. But so yeah,
until they're rescued from the brainwashing.
Yeah, brainwashing.
When Ken brings patriarchy to Barbie Land, they all love it, men and women. They all love it. But it's third wave, fourth wave, intersectional feminism that has to deprogram the women. So at the end of the movie, everybody's alone. All the Kens are alone. All the Barbies are alone because of their intersectional feminism. Nobody's happy. Nobody wins. And Barbie literally gets a see you next Tuesday. I think is an allegory for what she actually is. The only thing that I got from this film was that I really want to fuck Margot Robbie.
She's hot.
She is so hot.
She is smoking hot, that lady.
I think Greta Gerwig failed on every single level of what she was attempting to do, and has actually made a movie that based normal people can go and laugh at and appreciate. So kudos.
There you go. That's a very deep analysis of Barbie. Thank you.
Yes. And by the way, Ryan Gosling, hero, legendary status. He is absolutely hilarious in that film. Every time he was on the screen doing his thing, laughing away. He was fantastic. Up the patriarchy.
Thank you, Hello, MauLer.
Hello. I'm not as positive about it as seems to be. As far as I'm concerned, shit tons of that movie just is overt and embarrassing. But I'm just sitting there like, yeah, okay. Get off the soapbox, tell a story, that sort of thing. But I will completely concede that Ken is the best character, the most interesting, goes on the hero's journey. Unfortunately, he's defeated by the end, by circumstances beyond his control. But, I hope to see a Ken movie where we can see him, regain that uprising to get the people out of there, to liberate them, maybe take them to the real world where everything is better, because Barbie Land is an oppressive horror show. But other than that, I've been working on we did a Descent EFAP movies with the director, which was awesome.
That's brilliant.
Thursday, I'm going to try and get that out, because there will be no open bar, so you can have that instead. And then I had a debate like yesterday all about React streamers.
Who'd you have a debate with, MauLer?
Good old Destiny.
Ah, how's his wife?
And
they in a fun relationship? Isn't he in a fun relationship? A strange kind of love.
I know about everyone's fucking love lives, the better. I was gonna say, do you remember the jigs? I know Az does. Gary, you probably 50-50 on it, but that's like where it feels like it started. I don't know how long ago that was, but it comes and goes every few years or maybe every year, and it's come up again. The whole stealing everybody's content thing. Two people like us, it is a bizarre thing that happens because you look at it and you're like, why the fuck would you do that? But then you delve into the culture and it's like, well, all of them do it because it's easy and it makes you money.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, I thought, okay.
It's easy. It's easier.
What was said to one of the people we covered, Denims, was take some fucking pride in your work. And she asked, what does take pride in your work mean? Classic.
That answers your question.
Yep.
There you go. That is a Gen Z answer if I ever heard one. Even though she's probably a millennial, but yeah.
If anyone wants to see it, it's on. I got it up on the MauLer channel. I don't know. I guess you can find it on Destiny's channel as well, but it's not fiery. It's mostly just me asking him why. Like, it's because I think he's more angry at like all of the crazier arguments, like people saying you're destroying lives and stuff. And it's like, okay, it's not like that. There's an obvious just bullshit move of, especially when you take someone's video, you don't credit them, you don't even let people see who made it, and you just walk off and make food. It's like that's like one of the worst versions. Don't do that. Simple as fuck.
Well, what am I expect to do, MauLer? Die?
Yeah, I mean, it reminds me of the microtransactions in video games. You know, the big blow up when they did the Star Wars Battlefront 2 one with Vader that cost you like 800 hours in game if you want to unlock him, or you have to pay. And it's like, Darth Vader costs you that much to unlock. What the fuck? And like they got in huge trouble for it. It's just like this sort of thing. Like, why bite the hand that feeds? Why go that far? Just if you're more subtle, everyone will let you do it. That's pretty much how it goes. I'm pretty critical of microtransactions in general, but as long as they, keep it chill, like I think most people will be fine with them. In the same way that if you're watching someone's video, let's say a Gary video, and it's 20 minutes, and your coverage of it in a live stream is 40, it's like, that's you added 20 minutes there, and I assume it's all about the video as well. So as long as you can just reach that, instead of it being, I re-uploaded my coverage of Gary's video, it's 21 minutes. It's like, what did you do?
Yeah. That's a debate between creators, and it's I think it's a decent one. I don't know how much we can do about it though. That's the thing. I mean,
a lot of people
shaming
said, like,
usually helps, but I don't think they have any shame. So
I think shaming is the only option too, and it's a gradual sort of like a culture shift. Like the people in the audience have to be like, this is gross, don't do this. Stop it. Stop playing the video. Just, but like a lot of their channels are very built towards being like, fuck off anybody who complains. I like watching videos on their channel.
You'd probably like watching the original more because he wouldn't have that knobhead in the frame.
And, the people are overreacting so hard. There are streamers now who are really big saying like, yeah, fuck off. I can steal whoever's video I want. I'm just like, sure,
okay.
Right.
Well, at least they're admitting it.
Yeah.
Well, they'll be like, people are here for me. They want to see my face slightly change as I don't react to it at all. Because it's funny, you bring all this up and people are like, you don't like reactors? You don't like people reacting to things? You're like, what? No, I'm fine with fucking reactions. I do them. We all do them. So like we play trailers and we react to them. Like, what are you talking about? No, just add something.
Well, I think there's the react channels where we'll watch a trailer and we'll discuss, right?
Yeah.
And then I think there's overreact channels where people will watch a trailer and just go, oh, that that's enough. They don't bring anything to the, it's legit content. You like it or you don't, but they don't bring anything to the table. Whereas, we will discuss what would, whatever the piece of material we're viewing, and we'll discuss it probably in autistic length. Because that's who we are.
We got some we got good news.
Oh yeah, feminist frequency has shut down.
Do I want to subscribe to Polygon? I wish there was a fuck off option,
Yeah.
but there isn't.
Anita Sarkeesian has been defeated.
Yes.
Anita Sarkeesian is higher.
Did she ever really do anything with? I mean, I didn't pay attention.
Conned a lot of money out of people. Conned a lot of money.
And it says Anita Sarkeesian is tired. Oh, way to show that female empowerment. I'm tired. I'm gonna quit.
Doesn't she look tired?
Honestly, she hasn't been a thing for a while. She hung out with Joss Whedon.
Yep.
We know what
She
that
hung
means.
out with BioShock and advised them on Mass Effect Andromeda, which was an absolute catastrophe.
Hung out with Neil Cuckman.
She was the inspiration for Neil Cuckman in The Last of Us Part 2, which was an absolute catastrophe. So yeah, her work here is done. She never fulfilled her promise of the videos required that she did the GoFundMe, whatever you want to call it, raise the funds for. She never finished that at all. Scammed a lot of money off people, hired a lot of people for free. They never got paid by her at all. Never a red cent while she was in Italy buying artwork with no doubt the money that the fools had given her. Yeah, absolute scam artist of the highest order. And when she, in recent years, has not been able to gain the traction with her scams, looks like the grift of this particular thing is over. Wherever she will rematerialize, who knows? But Feminist Frequency, R.I.P. And by P, I mean piss.
You know, times are changing. Ladies can do stuff now.
No, they can't.
Stop them.
No, they can't.
It's
a lie.
So wasn't she wasn't really a gamer, was she?
Well,
Right? Like this was
does
all the
it matter? Like her points were awful whether or not she was a gamer.
But isn't that how she kind of tried to wiggle in?
She was as much of a gamer as Hitler was a lover of Jewish people.
Okay.
She would make mistakes in her videos that implied she hadn't actually played the games, and it was always like, ugh. And then she'd be like, "I've been playing since I was super young. Here's a picture of me holding a NES controller or whatever it was." And it's like, yeah, I mean, my dad's probably held a controller. That doesn't make you a gamer.
She had to do a photo op, and she had to buy some video games so she could pose next to
that's
a stack of video games.
This was early days, and I was still trying to figure out back in the early days of Gamergate, like what it was supposed to be, right? Because at first I just heard this thing, and I'm like, what is this? Then I found out it was about one girl sleeping with 5 guys, not to be confused with the burger place here in America. Thank you. And her and an Uber Eats driver making a lot of videos about her, and that's all I kind of know. And Sargon. Hey, I thank Gamergate for turning me on to Sargon. So there you go. But
It's
I know
still active, Gary. It's still here.
It's still here.
Never going away as long.
Well, I know
the only thing they've got of relevance.
I know most of the skeptics and shitlords from Gamergate have turned into giant vaginas, so maybe it did work. Yeah. Vagina.
It's as if they were scum all along.
Right? It was weird. It was a weird time, but it was a precursor to a lot of things. Of course, the media still wants to scream about how terrible it was. But
I agree with the media. It was terrible. Zoe Quinn fucking a bunch of people from the Access media to get good reviews for her games, which she actually again took crowdfunding for, but never released.
How is that female empowerment?
Well, I think she's pretty empowered because she's got a body count.
Well, a real one.
A real one.
Yes,
not a sexy fun time one, an actual body count. So girl power.
Well, I mean, she did go farther than any 3 has ever gone in her life, so
Yeah, she went to Japan.
Oh,
Again, on crowdfunded money. While she was browsing, what's it called? The app Tinder, the app where they hook up app. While browsing Tinder for a hookup.
remember when Vertigo hired Zoe to write something and then they closed down forever?
What was it called? Something goddess. Something goddess.
Yeah, that's so. I mean, like, God, what an original title coming from her.
Well, it was goddess mode. Was it goddess mode or something? Something like that. Anyways,
Maybe.
chat will tell us. And that if they want to
It makes me
admit to
think
knowing
of
what it
American Gods, the one not the fertility god, the sex god or whatever in season 1 that swallows men in her vagina.
But there was also that Border Town as well, which was like the most racist comic in history.
God. There were so many good videos on that, though.
It was goddess mode. I got it right. Holy shit.
Wow. Big Zoe Quinn fan, I see.
Well, more at that time, a big fan of your boy Zach and watching those videos. Those were the days.
Those were the days.
Those were the days.
Oh. They just remind me of working at Tesla. That's all they do. working at my last job. So, what do we want to start with? So, let's start with Secret Invasion because holy crap. I know MauLer saw it, and I'm sorry I missed EFAB, by the way. It's my bad.
No,
I owe you one. But I did catch a lot of it. You guys went for a long time. That was like a proper EFAB, by the way. Well done.
10 hours.
Well done.
It was a nightmare, but yes.
Yeah.
Go on.
No, watching this twice was a nightmare. So you only saw the last episode so I mean
First and last.
Okay, I mean like you missed nothing. You missed absolutely nothing because Nick Fury ends up pretty much in the same place. He's just taking his transmission allegory with him to space. That's it.
True. The only thing I would say is that one scene, that really awkward, insecure scene from the writers where Talos, whatever the fuck, all the characters keep changing the pronunciation, talks about how Nick Fury never did anything, never, ever, ever. And if you ever thought that, you're wrong. Stop thinking that. That didn't happen. He never, ever did anything. Shut up. It was a really weird scene. He looks at the camera and shakes it.
Yeah, no, I Talos. I think I pronounced it differently in my video throughout that because I don't know. Like I have no idea, and I really don't care. The most 2023 line probably ever uttered in anything was at the end when the transmission allegory says, "I love you as I am."
As I am.
What the fuck does that mean? You selfish. I love you as I am.
I thought they're gonna burst into song.
Dude, Jesus. I'm like, what? Oh my God.
Gun more so for what I think is the most meta line in all of Phase 4 and 5, where Taylor says, "Don't rewrite history."
I know.
I was like, "You fucking kidding me?" Like,
that's all you do.
That's all you fucking do.
Yeah.
You got any more abuse to hurl my way? Yes, we do. Lots.
That's the thing, man. In a scene like that, I'm like, all right, I just heard a whole bunch of bullshit, but they can still pull it back at least somewhat by having Nick Fury fight for himself at least somewhat. And all he says is like, "Leave me alone." I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm trying to find the article.
Worse. You could be the director that comes out and says, "What am I meant to give fans their expectations?"
That's what I was looking for.
That director, he needs to shut the fuck up. We covered a lot of his quotes. Oh my god, he said that when filming action, it's really mathematical because there's no real emotion in it. Action has no emotion in it. I just like.
What is this? What else has this guy done?
Bunch of bullshit. The Marvel subreddit, right? The hive of appreciating and loving everything Marvel has been shitting all over him because of these quotes, and like ripping into his history as well as being like, "How the fuck did he get this job?" It's like,
so they're doing what?
Question.
Oh, you mean the Marvel?
Wait,
the Marvel Reddit that bans people for saying MCU?
Yes.
That's funny.
They are losing it with this one, and I think this is going to be another turning point. Remember how Thor: Love and Thunder was like the first movie that had the shortest half-life. Like all the movies get hated on after a certain amount of time. Even No Way Home, by the way. Like that film to this day is still getting people being like, that wasn't that good and stuff like that. But Thor: Love and Thunder was like the first film that started pretty soon after it came out, like a day.
Yeah.
People like know some shit. Secret Invasion is the first one I've seen that it was hated basically the second the first episode came out.
Yep.
It's like it didn't even have a chance to be liked. It was just always hated.
This guy has done virtually fuck all.
Yeah.
So,
well, what else is new?
I know. Kel Surprise, huh?
Always like that.
do you have his IMDb?
Yeah.
Read
Secret
it off.
Invasion, 6 episodes, director, 2023. 2022, The Calling, director, 1 episode. 2022, 61st Street, director, 2 episodes. 2020, Condor, director, 2 episodes. 2020, Manhunt, Unabomber, director, 2 episodes. 2018, The Looming Tower, director, 2 episodes. 2017, Hand of God, director, 1 episode. 2014, Grace Point, director, 1 episode. 2011, Criminal Minds, director, 1 episode. In Treatment, 2010, director, 6 episodes.
Oh.
Sweetland, director, 2005. Emperor of the Air, short film, director, 1996.
Criminal Minds and In Treatment are the only ones I've heard of.
Criminal Minds, I've heard of that 1 episode in 2011, 12 years ago.
Jesus.
A dozen years ago, 1 episode.
Probably another example of a director being cast. I'm just going to guess this for his name. And then I do believe this was written, I'm forgetting his name now, but one of the writers for Mr. Robot.
That's sad, isn't it?
It is. Well, I mean, that show started out great. It did. I didn't like the ending very much, but it definitely took twists and turns, and it's the kind of thing, that makes sense. But it shows that even if you were a decent writer somewhere else, you go to Disney Marvel. And as I've told the story before, but every one of their scripts gets noted to death.
Huh.
And we did find out from the director that the final scene was all Kevin Feige. So Kevin Feige, who was a producer, these are not generally creative people, was good at coordinating and all that stuff. Once he fully took over the MCU, which was right around the time of Civil War, by the way, total coincidence. That's when Rhodey became a Skrull. And I think Kevin Feige is a Skrull. I know. He's got to take responsibility for this. Like, that's when he fully took over, and he got rid of Perlmutter and that basically that council they had of comic creators and other people involved to build the MCU. That's when he fully took over, and quite frankly, he had probably a decent holdover run for a couple of years. Then it just went to shit. And some of us recognized it right away because they were doing this in the comics. They did the very same thing in the comics that they did in the MCU. And instead of just adapting decades of stuff they could have done forever, that would have been good, that people liked, that was filled with, that had a Miss Marvel, Carol Danvers Miss Marvel, who we liked very much in the comic books, turn into an insufferable Kelly Sue DeConnick biatch. And here we are.
It's so weird that they went from, regardless of how they actually translated the source material, phase 1, 2, 3 was exceedingly successful through to the end of Endgame. It seems incredible that they decided to go from that to let's rush to the worst phase of Marvel Comics in history that failed so miserably that the characters that they brought in had to get replaced by the original characters because of it. And they wanted to tell those stories. That's just neglect, utter neglect and mismanagement. If you have any sort of brain capacity whatsoever, that's not the road you go down. You say, right, we've gone through some pretty big source material here with the Infinity Gauntlet arc. We've incorporated Civil War with it. Where can we go next? How can we bring things back down to a grassroots level so that we can build ourselves back up to the next event? And they decided we're just going to stay with laser beams and light and powers of unknown origin that nobody can understand or compute, and therefore take away every single scrap of relatability that the 10 years leading up to Endgame brought to the MCU.
Which was at that time largely put together in its initial phases at Paramount with an entirely different group, an entirely different attitude. They didn't have as much money. They had to try a little harder. And they had people who actually loved the comics.
You had Feige. You had Victoria Alonso was working under Feige as the number 2.
But you also had Jon Favreau heavily involved in the beginning.
Sorry, I meant Favreau, not Feige.
Yeah.
You had Favreau and Victoria Alonso working as Favreau's number 2.
And Edgar Wright was there. Joss Whedon was there, heavily involved, helped map out the whole thing. What was that? Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Because I was going to say Kenneth Branagh was the director for Thor, right?
Yeah. And he did a very good job, by the way.
Yeah, he was Branagh was the director of Thor.
Got some very good performances.
They haven't wanted to try and get more creative and experienced people in, but then again, it's a two-way thing. A lot of creative and experienced people want nothing to do with the MCU.
No. So what
harder to control for a reason.
What could have been with an Edgar Wright Ant-Man, dude?
Oh, absolutely. Well, dude, there's you can tell there's residue in that film. There's part of why Ant-Man's like the best of the 3 Ant-Man films is you can see there's a lot of inspiration. Like, like the toy train fight. People really like that sequence. And it's like, I wonder whose idea it was. I wonder who storyboarded all of it. I don't know.
Who worked on it for years before it came out. There you go. Marvel Secret Invasion director admits he does not care about series' poor fan reception. Is it our jobs to fulfill their expectations or to tell the story that we're telling?
No, the former.
Yeah. Actually, the answer is yes to both.
Well, I would actually say no to the second part because they're not telling a story at the minute.
Well, but your goal is to tell your story that appeals to, with a built-in brand, the most of the audience. Now, where they fail is they want to tell their story. So they took Secret Invasion, a crossover that has almost every Marvel character in it at the time when it came out, 2 Avengers teams, X-Men, Inhuman, Fantastic Four, Doctor Doom, and it came out of the events of like a really good crossover, and it was a decent story, and it was a way to retcon, things like Elektra, but and then they just make it Nick Fury versus he doesn't even fight 2 Skrulls, really.
Nope.
At the end.
No.
It's Nick
Fury. It breaks all of like the very normal structural storytelling things of like it's between Fury and Gravik, their big showdown, their discussion of their issues with each other. Fury's not even there. It's a fake Fury. And then the big fight between them where Gravik dies, that wasn't Fury either. It's like, what the hell?
It was the Assassin's Blade, MauLer.
It was funny. When the fight started, it's like, how can anyone win this? And then she just wins, and you're like, oh. Okay.
Okay. Doesn't he have extremis healing powers? Like,
doesn't he have Captain Marvel, immunity to damage?
He got, shot in the face, before, and healed fine.
Well, yeah, you're right. Like, his brain got splattered and he managed to heal from that, but his heart got hit. So, I mean, that's how you kill him, I guess, the heart or something.
He's a man. He has no heart.
Yeah, that's why he died, because he was a man. That's clearly.
Just as your video says, Garrett, it's like, that's possibly one of the worst villains in the history of fucking Marvel. He wants to kill everyone because Fury broke his promise when he was, 9.
9.
What the fuck? And you're like, okay, but what was the promise? It's like, to find him a house, I guess.
Free stuff, which they could have found because they were a technically advanced race that got here on spaceships that traveled light years. But
yeah,
that's like me asking the squirrels to fix my internet, right? It's dumb.
But like you said in the video, hey, that planet that Thanos went to after Endgame?
Yeah,
that looked nice.
Well,
Gone to nowhere as well.
Yeah, yeah, you guys brought it up in the EFAP. There's like a ton of places they could have gone to, and this causes so many problems. I couldn't even get into all of them. But yeah, Rhodey's been a Skrull since Civil War, and
The
it's
only meaning
a
he
female
like had
Skrull.
as a character has all been taken away.
Yes, it's
Like he had so little to begin with. I'm surprised that Don Cheadle was on board with this.
and why do you have so many scenes? Well, why did they make him a female Skrull? Because they want to mess with gender norms. Everybody, there's no difference. Although it did, I think a female Skrull playing Don Cheadle does explain his mannerisms a little bit more.
What was funny and weird, right? Was like, yeah, girl playing a guy. I guess that they can shapeshift to that degree where they can just change their whole body mass, sort of thing. And I was like, oh well, I guess so, because remember when he recruits the child in episode 2, she says, don't worry, humans won't see him as a child, meaning he can make himself look like an adult, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what pointed out as super chat. It's like, that guy they have chained up on the chair and to torture. It's like, couldn't he just turn into a kid Skrull?
Get out
and
of
then
his...
escape the chains?
Yeah.
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 It's as if the show was really badly written.
It's like
could be, yes, could be.
It was horribly written. It's inconsistent throughout. I pointed out in my video the whole like. There's 2 scenes where they point out Nick Fury is black. Nick Fury. I'm going to call him Nick Fury. Nick Fury is black.
Fury, yeah.
Right. So the scene you saw with Talos going, you got to stand out, mate. You're going to stand out in Russia. And then right when they get to Fallsworth, she's like, big black man. And then she says it's either some like musician from the 1900s or 1800s. I can't remember. Or I don't care. And then or Nick Fury. So they made a point to like, this black man is going to stand out in Russia, except then there's the Skrull who just wanders across Russia on foot, who's disguised as the black man, wearing blackface, by the way.
He shouts out we're Russian, everyone, we're Russian, don't you worry. And then later on, they're like, we killed like 30 Russians. It's like, no, you killed 30 Skrulls. There would be Skrull bodies on the floor. That's how that works.
Yep.
Show. They forgot, I guess.
they died so hard they didn't transform.
They kind of
back.
forgot about the Skrulls. Yeah, I know.
Skrulls kind of forgot about the Iron Fleet.
Oh, and like, you think the Skrulls would have figured out a way to be able to identify each other at some point? Which,
dude, they couldn't even. They couldn't even identify the fucking characters.
I know, dude.
Funny, dude. You said there was the 2 references. I thought you were going to go with the time where Fury needs a favor from Rhodey, and he says, "Come on, people who look like us look out for each other." So like, excuse me? And you know what's funny is that if you look back at that scene, it's supposed to be like, can you see how the evil things that Rhodey is saying is a clue that he's a Skrull? But it's like, no, what he's saying makes sense. I actually quite liked what he said, which was the whole, we don't wrestle power from mediocre white men to give it to mediocre black men. Basically, they weren't allowed to use the words white and black for some reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought it was pretty cringe and toothless. He's like, men who look like us and men who don't look like us. It's like, why are you saying it that way?
Yeah. Sounds like because a white writer.
Current day Marvel is deep.
Because a white writer wrote it, probably. I don't know.
Something we talked about on EFAP, but it was kind of annoying. If you remember in Winter Soldier, Alexander Pierce is like an old friend of Fury's. They fought together in wars and shit. And then in this show, Fury says we got to wrestle power away from mediocre men like Alexander Pierce. It's like, after what happened in Winter Soldier and the history they had, he wouldn't refer to Alexander Pierce as a mediocre white guy. That's just something this writer's fucking around with. It's just annoying.
No. And then he was just a pencil pusher anyway.
Bench warming, pencil pushing loser.
Oh God, don't, please, God, don't, please, God, don't, just don't, God in heaven, please, just don't.
So you missed
don't.
I had to like timestamp quotes for Garrett. It took me 2 hours, which sucked. But there was like, I think 60. We like, that's the most I've ever gotten out of anything. Like, well, you could and it's just potentially. We don't use them all, but it's just potential. There's so many cringe quotes in this show. It's I thought it was going to be a big fart in the wind and nothing. Like, we'd forget about it. Like, oh, this is bad, and just forget about it. But no, they wanted to go out extraordinarily bad. And they did. They did.
Yeah. Well, that last episode, Gary, I'm assuming you noticed when you were sort of picking up your notes and stuff, but you knock out the end credits, knock out the intro, knock out the previously, obviously knock out the secret invasion, all the fucking AI credits as well. Then you're like, okay, knock out the scene with, where they're struggling with the president and they basically cut back to him like 5 times going, Mr. President, shoot Rhodey.
Oh,
no,
sorry,
Mr.
was
President,
this the scene where he does this?
President, yeah. He does it like 17 times because they've got nothing. If you remove that scene because it's fucking superfluous, except for the whole call off the insane World War III starting bombing that you're doing for no good reason.
Yeah.
You cut that out. All you've got is the Gravik and Gaia scenes. And most of that is fucking Gaia walking toward him.
Mm-hmm.
He like gives her a little speech, and then Fury just says, I'm pathetic and sad. And then they do this stupid CGI fight. All in all, that episode has like 3 minutes of content. It's absolutely insane.
It's crazy. So I've
gotten to this point.
I try to do the count on every Marvel Disney Plus. I don't think they got as short as I do believe it was a Moon Knight episode that was 21 minutes long. If you cut out previously on credits,
It was
and
a She-Hulk that was 21 minutes long.
Yeah, 21 minutes.
At this point, it's getting embarrassing. Like, don't stop pretending like this is an episode of TV. You've got nothing. It's shorter than like a lot of animated shows now.
Yeah, it's a joke, and that's why like Echo is going to be released all at once.
Yep.
That
I
is
don't have
going
to watch that one. I don't think, right? Because it's a spin-off of a show I didn't even watch. So
I didn't even watch. I didn't watch. I deuced out.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna just go out on a limb and say you probably should. You probably should watch it.
Why?
Because it's
probably gonna be uber trash,
epically bad, like epically bad. Like the Marvels and Echo. Like, of course they released the Loki season. We can we can look at that in a minute. The Loki season 2 trailer.
Yeah, in the trailer. Yeah.
Let's get through this real quick, but then so the Marvels is coming up. We got Loki season 2, and people are just like trying to get excited about that. It's like,
but why?
Why? Why are you?
This was absolute trash.
Just because Waldron's not involved? Well, guess what? His assistant is writing that.
Wait, I would have thought Waldron would have jumped at the chance to write more for Marvel. Is there do we have a reason for why not?
I thought he was fired.
It should be.
Maybe he should be. Yeah. Well, I know the director.
I thought he was actually fired.
The female,
one of these left in the middle of the day while crying. Business.
The female director, because they wanted to make it a point. The female director who was like heading.
Of course,
she left. She left in frustration. So there you go.
Yeah, because Feige went, toots. You're just here to do what I tell you to do. All right, sweetheart, love. Sure, and I would actually like to direct. And he was like, no.
Why?
You see,
Why would
you are a
direct?
token. You are a token, and we push you out into the magazines and say, look at that. But we've already got it done. Because they have all the action scenes already planned for movies. We know this. They're already generated. And probably generated by AI. Which is the irony of that.
Maybe that explains all the rings and tattoos showing up through DNA.
Yeah, that could actually, like, we joke, but like, what if we found out that was true?
Did nobody think about like we got our powers from DNA? So
no, Gary, nobody thought. Do you know, Gary? Do you know why they had tattoos and rings on them? Because they're like, the audience is so fucking stupid
that they won't know it's Ebony Ma. Like, really? I think if you just do the power similar,
why
then
would you have his arm even? You just have his powers. You have the telekinesis. That's all.
No.
And how do you have
retarded?
And how does a learned power pass through DNA? That's one. How does Ghost was phasing because she was experimented on, right? Because I only saw that movie once.
No, she was hit by a giant quantum blast, basically.
She got
nobody cared.
A quantum.
Well, my point is just that how the fuck can you grab that from her blood? How does that?
How does that work, right? And she had a suit that controlled it. So otherwise, if she had just gotten Ghost's power, she'd be phasing in and out all the time uncontrollably.
And she was regularly unstable, and she had the best understanding and control of it. So now, if you've taken that person's blood, you should just be flinging all over the place, and you should be in pain. It gives you headaches.
And yes, that's right. And then there is a part where they show that you have to take the person's mind. The scroll has to take the person's mind on top of they don't just get. So how did she know how to pose like Black Widow?
Oh, because Carrie. stop being facetious. It's because she got the DNA, and in the DNA it went. Da, 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 da,
Da,
da,
da.
da, da,
You like how they get the fucking Hulk DNA and all they ever do is pull out a Hulk arm every once in a while? I was like, you just need
Yes.
Hulk. Just go
pull
full
out a
Hulk.
hunk. Here's Ken.
Oh, so dumb.
By the way, Simu Liu was amazing in Barbie. Can I just say?
Oh, yeah.
That was his perfect role. Playing a
Perfect casting.
plastic vacant person was perfect.
Despite the resoundingly negative response, Secret Invasion has kind of united the internet. I have to say that, which is kind of weird. Negative response to the Skrull-based series, Marvel Secret Invasion director Ali Salem has admitted that he does not feel bad about the show's poor reception, particularly as he believes the devoted, even rabid nature of the franchise's fan base does not lend itself to productive discussions around its various entries. Really?
How you'd be saying that if you had good responses?
Yeah.
Well, wait till you hear what he says about that. He says, if everything is good, wouldn't every movie be doing $1 billion trillion?
Million trillion.
No, if everything was good, only the great would then be making money. That's how that would work.
Right. Between
Unfortunately, everything is shit, so good things make money.
At the moment.
by the way, 8%. Those are professional reviews. I think there's a few more, but that's the final episode. 8%. 55, a little bit high. A little high, I'm going to say. I think there's some positive review bombing going on here. Between its Jake Skywalkering of Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury, its introduction of Emilia Clarke's Gaia as the literal strongest MCU hero ever.
Hell yeah. As of what, 2 hours of her introduction, she's become the most powerful.
Yep.
Nice. And that's
Why not?
actually talking about 15 minutes of screen time at most.
Yeah.
She is, I say this a lot, because Emilia Clarke comes across as actually a cool lady.
I think she's awesome from interviews. I think she sucks in her roles. No offense.
But yeah, she is the most miscast character out there.
They keep putting her in the wrong roles. It sucks.
Yeah.
Because I actually think, and I think you felt relatively similar, right? I thought Olivia Colman did relatively well. Not like, I don't like the writing that much, but I thought that as an actress, she did pretty well.
Yeah, she had the media scenes with the torture and stuff, and I think, like, especially in the beginning, I think she was. Yeah, I like Olivia Colman.
She's an Oscar winner now. Remember, guys?
Yeah, well,
she's more sought after, and I like seeing her more stuff. So
she's funny. She's good. She's really good. She was great in The 11th Hour.
Oh, yeah. Did I did the wrong mouth?
And
it's so confusing.
Absolutely wasting of the original comic book storyline. One of Marvel's last good stories and whose original plot could have easily lent itself to a full MCU phase. Could not agree more. Absolutely. It would have made you could have introduced the Skrulls in Captain Marvel, cast Katie Sackhoff as Captain Marvel. Would have been a better film, would have been totally down with it. And you have evil Skrulls, which are a very formidable villain. They're fighting the Kree, who aren't nice either, which makes it a little more cool and complicated. Yeah, absolutely could have done an entire phase on this. Introduced the Fantastic Four. They were stuck in the negative zone, whatever. You could have done so much fucking cool shit.
You could even assassinate somebody and then make them turn out to be a Skrull.
Yeah.
But what you
got half of that down already.
Yeah.
What you could do is you could do a trans analogy.
Or you could do, fuck all that, you can do a transmission analogy. I mean, like, that's the obvious choice, right? I mean, like, forget everything I said. They made the right decision.
Yeah.
Having Nick Fury sit down and at a table talking about his relationship with a girl who wants to be seen as her true self. Super subtle. Super subtle.
Oh, that character's so fucking annoying throughout the whole show. It's just like, you've been stapled onto Nick Fury's past, and now you're like all that matters, apparently.
don't
Also,
you?
she was planning to fucking destroy the whole world.
Don't you? I was gonna say, don't you
let her
love
off
how
the
she
hook
was
for that.
completely okay with 8 billion people dying?
Dude, same with Amelia Clark. Like,
Same with Gaia,
is getting
yeah.
off the hook. It's so. Dude, do you remember the scene where Gaia's looking at the past history of like the commander of the MI6 or whatever the fuck it is, and she notices he has a son that he treats well, and she's like, oh my god, humans, they have families. Oh my god, oh, this changes my mind on this whole thing. Really, it's that's a big wake up call, and it's like, it's pathetic. You, you invade a whole ass planet for 15 years with 1 million of you, and you didn't notice that we have children we take care of.
This is the thing we've all been noticing since WandaVision, Wonder Woman 84 over in DC. It's Hollywood's inability to understand the human species outside of the greater Los Angeles area. And it's on display. Like Wonder Woman raping a dude just got by hundreds of people. And
Black Widow burying a whole prison system in snow because whatever, they're prisoners.
Whatever, they're prisoners. Oh, and then leading female Mengele, like letting her be the girl boss. The one who actually subjugated
she got
all
completely off the hook as well.
Yeah.
But,
She was forced to enslave all those women by the man.
I'm tired. I'm so tired.
It easily lent itself to Secret Invasion has been nothing short of a disaster for the reputation of the once esteemed cinematic universe. As of writing, per review aggregate Rotten Tomatoes, the series currently holds a disastrous 55%, 4.1 on Metacritic. I think it's a little higher on IMDb, which deleted Az's review and threatened his account, or Amazon.
Yes, on Amazon.
On
yes.
Amazon, which is owned by Amazon. Yes.
Which was a completely fair 2-star review. So it didn't look like I was 1-star bombing Rings of Power. And yes, I got a threatening email from Amazon. Threatening if I do a bad review for anything again, they will take my ability to post reviews. They must be good reviews and only good, please.
I saw a tweet that was like talking about how the latest things are all rotten on Rotten Tomatoes and that things keep going downward trend for like all modern MCU products. And there was a quote tweet that was relatively viral that was like, if my average was 95% fresh and 5%, rotten, then I'd be pretty fucking happy with all the money rolling in or something like that. And everyone was like, yeah, people ignore this, blah, blah, blah. And I was just sitting there thinking, all the rottens are recent and the money is going down. They had their first flop in Quantumania. Like that's insane.
Yeah. Oh, we saw this back with
noticed.
We saw this back with Doctor Who on Rotten Tomatoes when I was covering in that. Like Doctor Who always fairly positive. I had a really high rating, real high average rating as a series, and considering it had been around for 50 plus years, that's really impressive. The one season brought the average down 20 fucking points. So
wow.
that's for Modern Who. Okay, we're gonna go with Modern Who. That's what we're seeing now. So I think that you're right, MauLer. After Doctor Strange Mom made a lot of money, but people are like, wait a minute. Thor comes out, they're like, what the fuck? And this is on the heels of, I'm guessing a lot of people just skipped the Eternals. By the way, Giant Celestial, still middle of the ocean. Still there.
Yeah.
But when we saw the tide turning, truly was She-Hulk with the trailer didn't get ratioed, but it had more dislikes than any other Marvel trailer had previous. Like it got close. And then we started seeing things get ratioed and it just takes a while for the normie to wake up. That's all. And that's not an insult. The normie's busy. They're busy working, taking care of their families and stuff. So they only have so much time to devote, unlike us, where we devote all fucking day to this stuff. I do anyway. I don't know about you guys, but I do. And I think they're just finally seeing, oh shit, those toxic YouTubers were right, not the normies. The Access Media started. Forbes has completely changed its tune. By the way, I was looking at a Forbes article on The Witcher from 2 years ago that said Witcher season 2 is being review bombed, and now it's like fuck The Witcher. So it's so funny to see Forbes wants to make money. Scotty Mendelson is gone, by the way. He's gone from Forbes. Is this a coincidence? Maybe.
What, is he gone to prison?
I don't know. I don't know.
Scotty Mendelson, that guy. I am just waiting one day for that guy to walk into a Chris Hansen sting.
Yeah, right. But hey, props to Forbes for coming out hard and being honest. That's
Paul Tassi at Forbes is he's a pretty decent, pretty fair guy.
Yeah.
He's had a couple of out there takes which have been, but for the most part, Paul Tassi at Forbes is a pretty good fair. Even if you don't agree with him, but pretty good fair.
But that's what all we were asking is like, you are competing websites and you all, it's the same with the legacy media. Y'all sound the fucking same. You're all like, can you tell the difference between MSNBC, CBS, NBC, ABC? No, you can't. Good Morning America. They all look the same. Same was with the Access Media, comicbook.com, Bleeding Cool, CBR. Like, how many times did people get comicbook.com and CBR mixed up because they just fucking say the same shit all the time? And it's weird. You guys are in competition with each other. You might want to try a different take, even within your own website. You know, maybe have, Forbes was, when Forbes was making the change, they would have like these incredibly stupid woke articles, but then there'd be people kind of clapping back. That's kind of what we asked for. You know, that's good. And especially when you're just doing opinion pieces, you're not like, I loved, I insulted some, maybe that's why. Sorry, I'm working this out in my head. Sure. I insulted somebody, and maybe that's why I wasn't let on that panel this weekend, because I forgot I did this. But that person's wife or girlfriend called herself a comic book journalist. I'm like, there is no such fucking thing as a comic book journalist. Okay, you're not. You cover comic books. You are not a journalist because you write a blog. She got all mad. Oh well, truth hurts. Yeah. Did you go to the journalism school to write about Snowflake and Safe Space?
Heyo.
Oh,
urinalism school.
By the way, don't let me forget. There's two things I have to remind it. MauLer's game, and don't let me forget to go to Bleeding Cool. They try to clickbait Snowflake and Safe Space. They use it as clickbait, and there's a bunch of cope to talk about Snowflake.
I never click onto Bleeding Cool.
Well, this one popped up in my aggregate because it talked about Snowflame, one of my favorite characters of all time, because cocaine is his god, and he is the instrument of his will. Snowflame. That's a DC character, by the way.
Yeah, remember when we were talking about Snowflame on FNT? And then a couple of months later, Blake Northcott did that 2-part Catwoman story with Sean Gordon Murphy covers, and Snowflame was in there, and we were just like, does she watch FNT, or
I said hi to her at Comic-Con. She was very nice, very cool person. Said hello.
Did you ask her if she had watched FNT and taken Snowflame inspiration from there?
No, but I will. Next time I see her.
Oh.
She was in front of Gabe.
You're the guy with the Access Media now.
Yeah, big time.
That's right. Sell out Shield. That's what I am. And you know what? I'm going to trigger some people right now. You know what the best television series I've seen this year is? Like by a fucking country mile. Picard season 3.
Wow.
Yep. By a country mile. Like everything else has been kind of shit.
Didn't we watch a good series recently? Wasn't there
like Tulsa King was
saw?
last year. Tulsa King was last year. Tulsa King's the shit. It's absolutely the shit.
I just thought, was there something we saw this year which
Clarkson's Farm? Okay, Clarkson's Farm is like above everything. Is my favorite thing. It is just above everything. It is absolutely my favorite thing. I've watched that like twice through already, both seasons. I'll watch it again. I'm going to his farm. I should probably talk about that in a little bit. We got the UK meetup location and time and everything. But we're going to Diddley Squat Farm. We already have it planned. So Maybe we'll tell you all what day, and if you guys want to go and meet us there, anybody who can. It's probably not a good idea, but I've had a lot of bad ones in my life. So back to this. Okay, most notably, the series finale in which Clark's Gaia is revealed to possess an overwhelming majority of the current superhero powers in the MCU. And so they said the battle of Endgame was Ghost there? Are they going to retcon that Ghost was there?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He's explicit. He says that's what they got all the DNA from, and obviously we know Ghost wasn't there. She didn't turn up for the woman lineup, so she couldn't have been there.
She wasn't there.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, maybe she was ghosted at the time. They could say she was phased out. Those fuckers will. You know they'll do it.
It's funny, Gary, as well, because they really did take all the blood from Endgame, because they've got Chitauri blood in there. They've got I forget what they're called, like those dog creatures. Their blood is in Gaia now. And of course, Thanos. She uses a Thanos arm at one point.
Yeah.
Funny.
Okay, so why didn't she have the Infinity Gauntlet? I mean, if you got Ebony Maw's rings,
you might as well get
the Infinity Gauntlet. Oh my God, it's so stupid. And how do you get DNA from a tree? Now I've been kicked out of 3 high schools.
Branch.
But I know you can't cross the DNA streams. You can't. They're not compatible. So.
Oh, dude, I was really hoping that she'd step into the machine with Gravik and the whole thing happens, and then we get a fucking Fly result where he just falls out all goopy and covered in like different. It's just like, kill me. It's like, yeah, that's probably what would happen.
I mean, that should have. Well, yeah, they were both Skrulls. So, did Nick Fury sit down and like say, okay, this is our plan. You are going to act like me, but here's the speech, because we know he's going to ask these questions about the broken promise. Because I mean, that was pretty predictable.
Or she made it all up herself. I don't know, because you could argue it's what she thinks of Fury, but I assume it's what the show thinks that Fury actually thinks.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you assimilate somebody in Captain Marvel, you get all of their recent memories, right?
You have to get. There's a process, but yes.
Well, because, okay, so in Captain Marvel, you get the recent memories. In Secret Invasion, if you want a full set of memories, you have to put them into that machine and touch them with your hand or whatever. It's like a new rule, because they had that machine in Captain Marvel, but I don't think they ever used it to, like, absorb a person's life and experience, because that was their way of arguing how the Skrulls managed to integrate, right? Because if you just took Rhodey, you need to know all the people he knows. You need to know all the passcodes. You need to know, like, interactions with family and stuff. So apparently they just took their minds. We talked about it as an EFAP. Imagine absorbing someone's like life and soul and experience. That would fucking change the shit out of you if it was in your own brain.
Yeah.
But no, they never address that because they don't have the balls, or they couldn't be asked, I guess. I don't know.
Nope.
But in any case, she obviously does that with Fury, and we're supposed to believe that what he says at the end, I think, is true, which is just him saying I'm pathetic over and over and over again.
Which it was. Very few overall plot threads are resolved in favor of enticing audiences to see the Marvels. Currently holds an absolute abysmal 8% on Rotten Tomatoes, this particular episode score, with even such normally MCU favorable sites like CBR, the Audio Video Club, and Daily Beast. But hey, IGN gave it a 7 out of 10.
It's just the right amount of water.
Absolutely exhilarating. The episode's disappointing direction. While the series currently holds a collective critic score of 63% on sister review aggregator Metacritic, it should be noted that this ranking appears to be based solely on early reviews of the series' first episode rather than full season. So that's another thing I got to bring up. What you see here is the critics who remained to review the entire season. So look at this.
Most people would have dropped.
We have 188 critics reviewed the 2 free episodes they were given.
Mm-hmm.
And we had 12 stay to the end.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens in most cases with most of these series. The critics get their freebies. They talk about it first. They couldn't be fucking bothered to finish it, which I think makes you a terrible critic. And like if you're going to cover something, cover it all, unless you come out and just say, fuck this show. But no, they're saying this is fucking, it's amazing. But, you know, Admittedly, it's at 55%, but a lot of cases that it's not, and just want to point that out.
I think Marvel fans are going to respond as well to Loki season 2 compared to 1, even if Loki season 2 is better than 1. I have a feeling that love for Marvel is starting to really wane away for normal people.
Oh yeah, Ryan was talking about it this morning. I totally agree with him. You will see what an indictment this is when that series comes out.
Loki, the only Marvel show to get a second season, by the way.
The phenomenon, as far as I'm concerned, is that they won't even know why the average moviegoer, because a lot of the appreciation for these things that come out is like a cultural one. Just like, yay, we're all having fun, we're all happy, and we're all enjoying this stuff. And when they look around and everyone's like miserable, not watching it, doesn't care about it, and thinks it's bad, it's like, man, this really went downhill, didn't it? And it's like, you have no idea. You don't even know when it went downhill. It was the whole fucking phase 4. This is the thing. I think in retrospect, people think of Loki the best out of all the shows, and it's like baffling because that show after 1 episode was a nightmare of writing. Anyway,
Yes, could not agree more. And they're bringing
funny,
and female Loki is coming
someone
back.
highlighted in Loki. We complained that he shouldn't have had a huge change of heart by watching videos about who he's supposed to be, who his past life was, so to speak. And vice versa, in the Skrulls situation, they shouldn't be able to operate as themselves after they absorb a whole brain of a different person. And then you realize, oh, they should have switched those mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
And that would have actually made sense. Loki should have had his past brain uploaded, and then the Skrulls should be watching videos of the people they're taking over. And that would actually make everything make more sense.
That would make a lot more sense. Yet despite the low scores, asked during asked during the final, the post-finale interview with Variety's somebody for his thoughts on series cratering reviews, Salim revealed, "Oh, I don't read reviews. With all due respect," he explained, "for me, I view all the storytelling work I do as a dialogue with the audience. When the show is finished and put up on the screen, that's my half of the dialogue, and the audience then starts with their half to respond to it. I think that's valuable, but I don't know how to answer the question." Well, if you're not listening to them, how is it valuable?
Yeah, it's not a discussion. It's not a discussion when you're putting something up and going, done. And then when the audience respond, you say, with their critique, I don't care. That's not a discussion. So that is just pomposity.
You want to have a discussion?
By Ali Salim there.
Put a chat. Put a chat right next to each episode when it goes live. And then Ali,
Sure.
you can sit in that chat. And that's a discussion while your thing is up. There you go. What did they do that with? Was it Star Trek Discovery that they put an episode on YouTube and they didn't think to not disable the chat?
Yeah, the first episode of Discovery, yeah.
Dude, it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't feel bad about mixed reviews, Salim then posited. If you had unanimously good reviews, every movie would gross $10 billion trillion, right? No. Projects resonate with different people at different times for different reasons, and Marvel has a very loud, devoted, and even rabid fan base who have expectations, and when their expectations aren't fulfilled, they move on to the other direction. Eventually. But this expectations word that's been popping up since fucking Last Jedi about fan expectations. You are in somebody else's sandbox. Making something's fan help create. Their expectations should be paramount. A mass appeal. You want to go tell your story? Go tell your story in some independent film somewhere.
Yes.
Fan base who have expectations, when their expectations aren't fulfilled, they move on in another direction. They give it a thumbs up, a thumbs down, the director concluded. I don't know. Is it our job to fulfill their expectations? Yes!
Yes!
When you were reading this yesterday, dude, I was fucking pissing myself laughing. You're like, mine's all the expectations. Oh.
Yeah, Marvel is very devoted, even rabid fan base who have expectations, and when that expectations are unfulfilled, they move in another direction and give it a thumbs down. Pompous twat.
That's exactly what he sounds like. I think that's a
Yeah.
perfect representation of his voice.
Representation.
I love who wrote this. Is this John? Is it
Spencer Bakuli.
Spencer wrote this for the
I
three.
don't know, I'm just guessing.
No, it was for the three people. For the three people still interested, the dangling plot threads left unresolved by the end of Secret Invasion will supposedly be addressed on November 10th with the Marvel crashes in the theaters. So, the three Marvels are going to try to stop the destabilization of Earth because there's 1 million Skrulls who replaced 1 million bodies. They made a point to show that at the very end. Displaced 1 million lives, can shapeshift at will, can do things at will, and could absolutely fuck a ton of stuff up, be a bunch of terrorists. And by the way, the president's the bad guy for wanting to kill them. Like, what are you supposed to do?
The president's the bad guy for wanting to kill the people that wanted to destroy all the people on planet Earth.
You have to understand, okay? He was being hateful when he reacted to almost being assassinated, to knowing that several world leaders have been taken away, kidnapped, and forced into like a basement while their whole lives and families have been subverted and politics has been changed, that millions of an alien force have been trying to take over the world, and that they almost caused World War III in order to erase the human race, to get rid of us, to replace us. You have to understand that his reaction of "get the fuck off my planet" is hateful.
It's absolutely
That's
hateful.
Dude, I thought it was awesome when he said "get off my planet."
Yeah. I
Yes.
was like,
We're gonna hunt you down, and we
We're
know
gonna
you.
kill
we
you.
can find you. We're gonna hunt you and kill every one of you. It's like, okay. And then I'm ready to be so hateful to the people that want to blow the planet.
Oh, you know.
Oh,
When Nick Fury says that's some real one-term president shit.
Oh,
such a Trump thing, wasn't it?
Rag said that's some 3-term president shit.
Yeah, yeah, there'll be the whole of fucking America. Well, there'll be a massive portion of America go, fuck yeah! To that.
We got to do
Just
the.
imagine, right? You know, the government's trying to, the American government is trying to completely distract everyone from all the corruption that they're doing right now by saying there's aliens, folks. There's aliens. We've had to resort to this because we're so fucking corrupt. So they're going on about aliens. So just imagine if we were told by somebody comes out and says, something fell over behind me. So if somebody comes out and says, ladies and gentlemen of planet Earth, from the White House, we'd just like to say that, yes, we can confirm that there are indeed aliens who live among us. A species landed on planet Earth 20, 30 years ago, and we've been trying to integrate them into society. However, half of the million aliens are trying to destroy the planet and annihilate everybody on it so they can take it for themselves. Yeah, and they hate you with a passion you can only dream of. I think virtually everyone on planet Earth would be hunt them all down, fucking kill them all.
Yep.
Kill them all. They had their chance.
That's a hateful speech.
It is a self-preservation speech.
It was funny because he'd be like, I do hate them a bit, yeah.
Because if somebody would try to drop a nuke on me, I would see that as a declaration of war, and I would take it a little bit personally myself. Call me an overreactor.
They're a bit worse than if they were a force that just wanted to kill us from their own spaceships, invading and attacking like Independence Day style.
Yeah.
They wanted to get us to kill ourselves.
Yes.
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 They wanted
Absolutely.
to manipulate a
Fucking
system
cowards.
to get the two biggest superpowers on the planet to nuke the shit out of each other, which would have dragged all the other nuclear powers on the planet into an all-out nuclear war.
And I absolutely love that the writer of the show didn't watch Captain Marvel and didn't catch on that this was supposed to be an immigration allegory, and they played the tape all the way through. And we got this unintentional, like, absolutely based allegory. I was like, yes.
This is what happens when you let immigration go unchecked.
Go
They want to kill you.
Go President Dylan Mulvaney.
Dylan Mulvaney for president. Hail Bud Light. The choice of a new generation of president.
Dude. Oh my God. And then just the best tweet. I'm sorry. I'll give you credit at some point. We showed it on Friday Night Tights. Is the guy who tweeted it when it showed the Drax arm. She said, I've been single for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, so
that is
good.
the most embarrassing screenshot I think ever seen.
Nick
from
Fury
that.
on the bench doing this needs to be like, that's got to the exasperation meme. That becomes the exasperation meme. I'm like,
new Marvel show drops.
I've got there's a
Yes,
montage that I created in the Quantum Mania video that involves all of like the cringe. I have to update it because Secret Invasion came out. It's like it's incomplete now.
Dude, right?
More work for MauLer.
Like, maybe we're sweet summer children, but like, I'm like, we know Echo's going to be bad, but like, how much damage could they actually do to their own universe? It turns out quite a bit. There's still
quite a lot
work
so
to
far.
do. There is still work to do. It's freaking dead. It's deader than dead. They're going to have to reboot everything. Well, when we get there,
this shit ain't gonna make money anymore.
no.
So
Robert,
you think this is a show that's, correct me if I'm wrong here, but this is a product, a show that is meant to entice people to subscribe
content
to Disney Plus.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Good luck with that. I'd like to, Morgan Freeman, Dark Knight, when Riddler, because that is the Riddler, by the way. That is Christopher Nolan's Riddler. Tries to blackmail Bruce Wayne, and he just says, good luck with it.
Yep.
That's Riddler?
Yeah. That's Enigma.
That's his name, isn't it? The character.
There's something about his name which resonates with Enigma. So that's meant to be the Riddler. That's meant to be Christopher Nolan's Riddler. Yeah.
All right.
I like Dark Knight. It's a good movie.
I think it's a very good movie.
Banger. It's fun.
I like it.
Did you see they're doing a 1/6 scale with rooted hair, Heath Ledger Joker, Hot Toys?
Hot Toys are, yes, but I've already pre-ordered the InArts Heath Ledger Joker
Has
with rooted
InArts
hair.
sent anything out yet?
Not to me.
Have they made a product yet that has gone to a person? Because once that start happens, I might start ordering from them. I went down that Toys Wonderland. I ain't never
don't go there.
Oh no, they charged me. They charged me for a dark side, and they sent me like this. They sent me a fucking a regular size Medicom Cyclops. I mean, I can see how you get those confused.
Oh well, I got a letter in the post a couple of days ago. A letter, a white envelope with my order number on, my name, address, and fucking phone number. And when I opened it up, there was like a couple of plastic things that big. Don't shop at Toys Wonderland, folks.
Yeah, don't. Well, I'm semi cut off. I did get some at the con.
I ordered my InArts Joker through Spec Fiction.
I'm done.
Also, you got to link me the MODOK. I want to see it.
Oh, I'll find you the
dude, if they're
Toys
doing a
MODOK.
MODOK, I am getting a
Oh,
MODOK. I am absolutely 100% getting a MODOK.
I feel like it'll
Yeah,
be
they've already they showed it off at the toy fair.
Well, I get all versions of MODOK, by the way. I have a MODOK from the Iron Man animated series, and it's fantastic. So, it's there's the Marvel Legends one where it looks like he's just basically taking a giant purple shit and it's propelling him up. It's so good. I had that in my store forever.
Here it is. I've linked it for you, Gary. This is the Hot Toys MODOK.
Oh, I was hoping it'd be a funnier expression.
I
but-
know. I just want to. I'm such a dick.
Yeah.
I'm such a dick.
It does come with the face mask, which you can take off.
Oh my god, this is embarrassing.
They are doing Loki. It looks like Loki's throne. Well,
Loki,
the
okay.
throne from Asgard, I should say.
Richard E. Grant Loki should start going out too.
Yeah, I got my. We're taking your rest of your monies for that. There's all the Spoderman. There's the there's
He's
the
gonna be
rooted
back.
hair Anakin. There's the rooted hair Anakin.
Jesus
by the way.
Christ, he looks like a BG. Staying alive, staying alive.
These are from Spoderman to the video game.
Okay. Richard E. Grant's supposed to be in Loki season 2.
Sweet.
Is he?
Yeah.
That would be a smart move.
Why are you looking
Do you
at
want to
his
get?
crotch?
Do you want to get an Indiana Jones statue of a
Fuck
broken
no,
man?
no, God, no.
Broken man whose life's fallen apart and his son's dead because he got killed in Vietnam, and his wife's divorcing him, and Phoebe Waller-Bridge punches him to drag him back to the future because he
My
just
favorite.
wants to stay in the past and die. Do you wanna?
No. You didn't sell that to me.
Oh.
So I'm gonna
I tried my
read some
best.
soups, and then we're gonna talk about The Witcher. Now I know you guys didn't see it. You're much better off. I'll just do some broad strokes because that's all it is. But I think that once we get there, I think this is the very best example of fuck around and find out with a fandom. Like right after Rings of Power. Like this is just another thing that has united the internet. And I'll tell you what my wife's review was. She stopped watching the second part. She just stopped. She's like, and this is my wife talking. You have Henry Cavill in leather pants, and you managed to fuck that up. She said you could just have him standing in leather pants for 3 episodes, and it would have been more interesting than him getting physical therapy for the finale. The finale, his last appearance, he's getting physical therapy.
Doesn't he walk into the mist at the end or something?
He walks in. Yeah, he walks into the sunset with is it? Yeah, the.
Do they have Yorveth? Is Yorveth in the Scoia'tael or not?
Yorveth is what?
Elf, Scoia'tael elf.
They are in it. They are in it. The
Scoia'tael are in
Scoia'tael.
it, yeah, but is Yorveth in it or not? No.
Which one is Yorveth?
Well, he's in Witcher 2.
Phil
the
Evandro
leader of
gets
the
blown.
Scoia'tael.
Phil Evandro gets blown up, like literally. The Scoia'tael. I don't know how any of them survived. There was only like 50 of them, and they got blown up like multiple times. But a bunch of them survived somehow. They
Wait,
respawned.
hold on. Oh no, I know you're going to do super chats in a second, but so you can maybe hold the answer to the question till after the super chats. Wasn't the Wild Hunt meant to be in this series?
It was briefly. It was very briefly.
Okay.
Just one scene, and it was fucking a joke. It was a joke. But no, there's no Wild Hunt at the end. Vilgefortz gets. His fight is in there. But this guy's like terrible. He's like fucking awful as Vilgefortz.
So they didn't even pitch for Yennefer and Geralt.
No, Geralt got fucked up like bad. And then they made it stretch through the final 2 episodes. But no, Yennefer's fine. Yennefer's fine at the end. She is starting the new. She's starting a new like coven, new brotherhood, and Ciri is the key to everything. And as Bounding into Comics tweeted out that like one of the writers finally admitted that Ciri's going to take center stage, and I would argue that she took center stage in season 3 from Yennefer, not from The Witcher.
Well, I mean, season 1 is the Yennefer show.
Yeah.
Season 2 is the Ciri and Yennefer show.
Yep. And now it's the Ciri show.
And I don't care about season 3 anymore, so fuck it.
And now it's like, who gives a shit? Victor Von Doom for $19.99 says, finally reached out to my boy who works in tech over at Disney. He was in the middle of another irritating DEI training when I text him, getting together for drinks later. He's got horror stories to tell. He should anonymously tell every single one.
Yes.
Every single one, or get it to somebody. I absolutely encourage a Disney employee, if you want things to change, but you're worried about losing your job, we will always protect your anonymity. Reach out to us, or better yet, do it on your own. Just start an anonymous account on Twitter, throw up a thread. If you got some documents, just, obviously block out your name. I would love nothing more than a Disney email hack. That's what I want for Christmas. I mean, that'd be terrible. You're not supposed to hack people, so I shouldn't encourage it. That's an awful thing to do. It'd be a terrible Christmas present that I'd really like. Andrew Matthews for 10 British pounds, proper money. All the Skrulls did was kidnap 1 million people and try to start World War III, try to kill the president twice, and are hated throughout the universe. See, they are the good guys. I understand.
I had one little thing to the thing of erase humanity. Just pop that on the list.
Yeah, erasing humanity. I honestly understand what the Kree was trying to do. I side with the Kree 100%. Okay?
Jude Law, maybe he had it right.
Jude Law had it right. MauLer and Nerdrotic double team Buffy. That's a really strange way to start a super chat. This is from Mr. 8566 for $10. Do a stream for each season. Go over the twists and turns of the season. Supplement it if you want your top 5 episodes of a season. Maybe a guest or two. Change title. Maybe I won't. Maybe we will double team Buffy. No, I actually need to see Buffy after this weekend of television I had. There's something I need to cleanse my palate because it was bad. I sat down to write my video last night for Witcher. I'm like, I don't know what to talk about. I mean, I could just say it's bad. Explaining how it's bad, I think it's pointless. They said this was the most book accurate. Okay, so they chose things from the books that would either sideline the Witcher or had no Witcher, but they didn't choose the scenes with the Witcher. So I guess in that case, you were book accurate, but you were very strategic about not having the Witcher because it's fucking obvious. Lauren Schmidt, John Jingleheimer Schmidt, whatever the fuck your name is, doesn't like the Witcher or men. But I also like to point out that there's a Barbie movie doing really fucking well. That's filled with intersectional feminism, by the way. So there's a place it could work and there's a place it doesn't. So I think it's a great example of you tried to make this female-centric fantasy show and fucking utterly failed. Utterly failed.
In fairness to Barbie, it's full of intersectional feminism that is so ludicrous that it actually comes across as ironic and based.
Yeah, well, I think it's... Like that's Lauren's where it belongs. It belongs in a
dog shit showrunner.
It belongs in a girl brand. That's where it belongs. Where it doesn't belong is a male brand, which is The Witcher.
But we have seen what they do when they make original content is called Blood Origin, and it was again. I would probably watch Secret Invasion before I watch Blood Origin again, because that is one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen in my life. Never mind. Recently.
I would agree. Did you see Blood Origin?
I did.
MauLer?
Yeah, I did. It was awful. I hated it, and I have a bit of hatred for Drinker because he dropped me that I had to watch that whole show in like a day.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're forcing you to do your job and be informed. Like I'm going to take Drinker's side. Okay,
a day. He dropped me on it a day before we were talking about it. I had to watch the whole season.
I had to finish. I had to play and finish the last.
He is an alcoholic. The fact that he told you in advance is progress for an alcoholic. Okay, so
progress, not perfection.
Progress, not perfection.
It's one of those shows though. You want to be able to like live life between each episode a little. But it's just like boom, 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 boom.
Need a little time to bang your head against the wall. Yeah, I get you.
I talked about how horrible it was.
I get you.
I did my job.
Oh yeah. Wait till I make all you guys watch Echo.
I'll make me watch.
I'll watch Echo. I'll watch it because I think it's going to be an absolute cluster of clusterfucks.
Oh, I think that's going to be an awesome 3 months. We get Loki. By the way, if they were feeling so good about Loki, then why not release it at the holidays when you get maximum viewers for stream? That's the best time to stream anything is during the holidays.
gonna predict this is the last series of Loki.
I'm gonna agree with that
Yeah.
prediction. I
agree with that,
agree. The Smeegs for $5 says, "Hail, Gary. So can I get my PTO request in? Do you have a general guess for the Midwest meetup dates? Hoping to have a new job by then." Well, yeah, it's going to be early November. I think it's because I'm going up there for Thanksgiving, but we're going to do it like the week before, so like second week. I'll get that. We got the UK meetup dates. I'll get you those and the place. It's September 6th. We got times and everything. Better request off system, but job search has been. Oh, this is the continuing. Has been tough, including as knows from yesterday. My first DEI rejection. I was shocked to see it.
He didn't get the job because he's white.
Because he's white.
Yeah. I said
White.
sue them. You will win in court.
Yeah, I would. I was looking.
Sue them.
I don't have X-Ray Girl, so I was
Shoot
looking
the
for
shit
part
out of
3.
them.
I actually written an email, especially in my area. It's a daily fight against this stuff. It can happen anywhere. Hail and God bless. Hail to you, the Smeegs. I'm sorry. Fuck them. You don't want to work there. You don't want to work there. If they're going to reject you, that sounds like a miserable fucking place to work. Now, it is going to be. It's so weird that during COVID that there was tons of jobs and people didn't want to work. But then there were also a lot of people working. Now we have no jobs and more people are out of work. It was a weird time. Help wanted signs everywhere. They couldn't fill jobs. They were like McDonald's, dude, was offering like $17 an hour in some places.
Jeez.
That's fucking great.
It's not a bad wage.
Yeah.
It's hard work.
It's hard work. Just do it
but
part-time.
It's good money.
Do that part-time and maybe like drive Uber Eats or something like that. You probably do pretty well, depending on where you are. Not in California. No, you're fucked in California. But
why are you always taking jabs at
Mr.
Wait, do you not like California?
No.
Oh.
I'm from there. I loved it. My state is gone and dead. There's still like pretty parts, but I guess the best saying is your prison has the most beautiful weather.
Oh, yeah.
Ever watch Thor 1 with director commentary? He actually talks on the comics a lot, seems to have respect for the source, even says Asgard is very much inspired by Jack Kirby. Meanwhile, Taika Waititi. Yeah, Kenneth Branagh. Yes, I have, actually. I think the performances in that movie are some of the best performances by actors in Marvel. There's a fucking fantastic scene that MauLer knows what I'm talking about. That's just a banger, dude. Between Odin, when Odin is banishing Thor.
Hell yeah.
Fuck. You can feel Anthony Hopkins, like you can feel it in his voice. Like that is acting. That is fucking acting.
Well, Kenneth Branagh directing Thor, he's a British legacy. He's a legend. He's not just a great screen actor, but of course he's a wonderful thespian, and he's known predominantly in the UK for his theatre work. So to have that level of quality involved, and Anthony Hopkins is just, jeez, man, that man is insanely good. And having him as Odin, that is what you call perfect casting. It's absolutely perfect casting. And he's his control over his voice, the way that he can enunciate, the way that he can throw emotion out in so many ways. That scene is incredible, where he's banished. He's so, because you feel it's like anger, but then you realize it's disappointment.
And he's responsible.
And he is responsible, but he's that's why it's for it's great. Oh man, I miss great dialogue. I really miss great dialogue. That's the thing I'm missing the most. You can bring in new actors, you can bring in fresh blood and give people a chance to take center stage and shine, but you need the dialogue.
The Secret Invasion dialogue is driving me nuts, guy. I had like 10 examples of the thuddiest, like crappiest lines. And I'm talking just general incompetency. Like when Skrull Rhodey sees that Fury's in his apartment, he's like, Fury, what the hell? You mind telling me what the hell you're doing here?
I know. They repeat mediocre being brought up like multiple times. Yeah, there was... it definitely felt like other people were noting it and it wasn't being passed through a story editor. And I don't think it is. I think a lot of this shit is being cobbled together. They even admitted it. It can't be because that's the kind of thing I think about my damn video. It's like, did I use the same word twice in like a 2-minute period? Right. I
always re-record if I say the word basically. If I say basically, I stop immediately and re-record that section because you should never say basically when you're doing some prose. And it happens. It does slip out. It does slip out from time to time. But if you are conscious of trying to avoid
that's a very British thing. I kind of like it. But there's certain like ways I'll start out a clip, right? And then I'll find out, I started out the clip like I said the same thing twice. I need to cut that out. I need to cut that out. A clip, not a clit. Clip. Not.
I heard what I wanted to hear.
You hear what you want to hear. Yeah, you're right, MauLer.
Right. Another example, because I just got it from my notes. When Rhodey says to the Fury wife, girl, whatever, I forget her name. He says, if you keep telling me what you're not going to do, I'm going to show you what I am going to do.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, what?
That's so awful.
And then, of course, I love you as I am. We
were talking about on EFAB, like, if you're a writer, what you want to get, you always want to try and get the same point across in your short amount of time. Like, everything is shorter and
with
sweeter.
most dramatic impact.
What Rhodey's trying to say is, if you don't act, I will. That's all he's saying.
That's all he had to say.
They managed to extend that out like 5 times the size. How do you even do that?
And these writers want more money. They're striking right now for more money.
I know. Don't give him a dime.
Don't give him a fucking dime. Why is Margarita and Kara Metz overweight cow? Why are they overweight cows? Did the sorcerers choose to be overweight during their transition? Okay, that's another thing. They establish that the sorcerers can like mold their bodies in any way they want to,
Yes.
and they chose to be body positive.
Heifers.
And yeah, I mean, essentially,
Do you know what that is, Gary? Do you know what that is? That is so 2023.
it really is. Aretusa is the Netflix marketing department, and Margarita is the receptionist at the Netflix marketing department, who's always got like little snacks on her desk, right?
Who's HR? Kira.
Who's
Kira Metz is HR.
Kira? Yeah, she's HR. You can guess. Fucking A. It's so bad. Tell MauLer to play Hades and call him a cabbage. I would.
Wow.
Play what?
Hades? H-A-D-E-S?
Hades.
Hades.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ, Gary.
I'm dumb.
Hades. That's a geek thing. Geeks should know how to pronounce Hades.
I know how to pronounce Hades. I've just never read it very much.
We've just been talking about gods.
Hades.
Hades.
I don't know. You're talking about. I know I'm a gamer.
I for the doctor. I got AIDS.
I got AIDS.
I got the AIDS. Full blown AIDS.
Gary. Hail Gary as in MauLer. Hail to you, Mandy. Hail.
Mandy. Freshly back from Tampa Comic Con.
Why'd you say freshly? That's
because she only got back last night. So it's fresh.
Damn it, dude. I had a nightmarish dream of watching She-Hulk season 2 where they make She-Hulk fat to reflect the fat shaming. Also, Hulk is dead for real, and I can hear Az complaining. And this is Andre C28 for $19.99. Well, I mean, yeah, that would be a good reason to complain, and that does sound like a pretty accurate prediction of what She-Hulk might be. All right. Real quick, we're going to discuss The Witcher.
Okay.
And then you got a game or something. We gotta,
Mm-hmm.
I want to.
It'll be fun.
So The Witcher Season 3's final 2 episodes are its lowest rated ever.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's terrible.
What a shock.
on a shot. You haven't seen a second of this season, right?
Nope.
I know you didn't, MauLer.
I haven't seen a second of the series.
Of the series. There you go.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a trophy for that.
You should.
Yeah. You
should.
got. I anoint you, Hades.
The purest of Hades.
The purest of Hades.
I'd rather mispronounce a word than not figure out that was a dude with big old titties, but that's just me.
Look what you've had to resort.
Yes.
Look what you've had to lower yourself to do, Gary. You had to lower yourself.
It's not lowering myself
Not
at
even
all.
a single comment in the
I
chat.
fight to
Not
win,
even a
motherfucker!
But Gary got so fucking annoyed about the Hades. He got the Hades.
I'm dumb. I've been kicked out of 3 high schools.
Besides, I love the Crying Game. You can play it all day, every day. I love it. It's
That's a
great
good song. It actually is a good song.
Yeah.
Super gay, but it's a good song.
Of course, it's gay. It's Boy George.
Yes.
It's Boy George with Neil Tennant doing the backing vocals. Of course, it's fucking gay.
The only thing gayer than that is 8 guys going to see Barbie.
Yeah. You can't get too much gayer than that. Boy George chains call boys to his fucking radiator, mate.
We've all been there.
there was a what's the saying in prison? It was like, that's as gay as a punk on a pirate ship, but that has to be that has to be changed. That's as gay as 8 guys going to see Barbie.
Yeah. Me and my mate, we were ready with our story at Barbie today. If anyone questioning us why we're here, we're just a couple of gay dudes just enjoying Barbie. We're not a couple of ass offenders or anything like that.
Yeah, we're just totally gay.
just a couple of regular old gay dudes. That's all.
Okay. So The Witcher really fucking like the last 3 episodes are like they're blood orgy bad. Like they are. Like the seventh episode is blood origin. It just feels like that they introduced Falca, right? And in Blood Origin, what was the name of the shit? Help me.
Nobody knows.
No, the Frost, the big bad, the Frost, the cold winds. It's from the books. It's from the game. It is. I forgot what it's called, but they're trying to say that that's Falca now. So instead of it being like a maybe God type of force of nature, it's now going to be Falca, who is a magic being who was burned at the stake, who was a human, but it was a girl, and patriarchy killed her, and all this shit. Like they're dialing up stuff that is from the books already, and like I'm no expert on these books because they get kind of worse as they go on. But love Last Wish and Blood of Elves, but they get really kind of boring. So yeah, they had an entire episode of Ciri walking through the wastelands because she teleported there at the end of the coup at Aretuza, where the elves showed up. Vilgefortz turned on everybody, and that's like, this is where they should have ended part 1. They should have ended part 1 with this, but they decided to leave with it and I understand why, because they had nothing after that. The Witcher Geralt gets his ass kicked at the end. He is, I guess they use portals. We're assuming they use portals because they just jump all over the fucking map now. Now you could, I would say like once in a while, show somebody using a portal because he gets to, I know it's Broccoland, but I call it Broccoli. He goes to Broccoli. and he gets mended. So he's in there's 3 episodes left. This is Henry Cavill's last season. And in the 7th episode, he's in it for 30 fucking seconds. And the other hour is fucking Ciri going, I'm not going to make it. And she's seeing visions of Falca and her mom and her grandma. And a unicorn is following. So the little fucking space unicorns that they have, they made it like a real unicorn. So we have a girl wandering around a desert with a fucking unicorn in the Witcher series with no Witcher, complaining that she's hot and thirsty for like an hour. And then Falca's like talking to her going, they were all using you. And she's like, it's like the last temptation of Ciri. Okay, that's what they're trying to do.
Oh, God.
It's fucking terrible. To convince her to use fire magic at the end, blah, blah, blah. But it's an hour of this shit. A fucking hour of this shit. So I'm like watching this yesterday. My wife's, which is funny. She used a line from the show because she's like, I'll watch it in solidarity and say, my pain is your pain, which they actually use in the finale of this episode. And holy shit. So they go into the finale and it's just Geralt getting mended and going through physical therapy and people sitting by his bed. So he's laying in a fucking bed for most of the final episode while they're picking up the pieces of the coup at Aretuza, where they
you could really see why Henry Cavill just went,
dude,
deuces
it
to
is
this fucking
so
show.
obvious now. Like, and they're setting up the show to have even less Witcher. So when Discount Hemsworth gets it there, like he's barely going to be in the show. He's going to be like the third character, basically what Geralt was this season. Like he was just a third character. I feel like Yasker had, I mean, it was all gay stuff, by the way.
Of course it was.
God, with Redovic. It was fucking terrible.
Let's age up a child. Let's age up a 12-year-old boy so we can put him into a gay relationship with a womanizer. That sounds very Lauren History.
Yeah. And if you didn't read the books or have a basic knowledge of them, you're going to go, who the fuck is this chick talking to her in the desert? You would not know. You would like this. It comes out of fucking nowhere. They mentioned her name once, and they once in the first season, and they might bring it up once here. But they don't like really go over like what her story is, and like you would be completely fucking lost, and it's just fucking boring. It's boring. It's filled with intersectional feminism. Of course, whatever happens in this show, women most affected. Women most affected.
Of course.
But it turns into from the Yen show to the series show, and I absolutely see why Henry Cavill left. You know, he probably thought he was signing on. All you really needed to do was kind of mimic the game and use the Last Wish, spread it out a little more, and you could have had a lot more Witcher killing monsters. If you wanted to add shit, that would be a good thing to add. But no, it's fucking awful. It's embarrassing. It would have been bad for Henry's career to stick it through. Like he did it to salvage his fucking career. And now we hear there is a route. Well, it's been postponed. The shooting for season 4, which hadn't started yet, has been postponed. Because of the strike. So thank you, strike. I wish you could have done this with no, I'm glad Rings of Power season 2 is coming out. I'm happy. God, I hope they premiered on the anniversary of Tolkien's death again. I think that would be a good move for them, motherfuckers. But it's on hold, which means even if they start it up again. Now, the rumor is that they're not going to start it up again. But even if they start it up again, it'll be 2 years minimum until we see Witcher season 4, which we know will be like 6 episodes, and they'll split it into 2 3-season episodes.
Yeah, because they've already
3-episode seasons
announced season 5.
Yeah, and they're
they're
going to film back to back.
The lines here. Yeah, this is season 4 that's been cut into half and been told. This is season 4. It's 4 episodes. This is season 5. It's 3 episodes, or however many they're going to do. But yeah, we know that's exactly what they're going to do.
Yep. So
it gets done.
It was freaking terrible, and I don't like. It would require me to put a lot more time than I'm willing to put in to go over everything that's wrong. But it's objectively just fucking bad. It's bad writing. Lauren Hisrich cannot write men at all. Only a little worse at women, but are than men than women. But like she cannot adapt fantasy. She is made for like the Gilmore Girls or whatever. Even if I don't even fucking know. I know she like took part in Daredevil season 3. Maybe it was the one shitty episode where we're following Karen Page for no fucking reason. But like. Yeah, she is terrible at adapting fantasy and should have been fired. Should have been fired after fucking season 1, honestly. but they decided to stick with her over Henry. And this is going to go down in history as one of the biggest blunders in Hollywood with something that was new that could have been good and should have been a layup, really. But how many times have we seen layups, them fuck up layups? Now The Witcher Season 3's final 3 episodes have aired. The dust can settle. We can see if Henry Cavill's farewell was something that satisfied fans. It may not surprise you to learn it did not. What remains of the biggest nosedives, what remains in one of the biggest nosedives in fan support I've ever seen. What
a surprise.
It's in the top 3. It's got to be in the top 3. I'd have to give that a think. But yes, you're going from popularity of season 1 that pretty much most people liked to dog shit. Like this goes to dog shit. It was pretty spectacular, their failure. The Witcher has gone from hugely praised season 1, which mostly delighted both book and show fans due to mainly Cavill's performance as Geralt, to something of a disaster, with Cavill about to be replaced and the overall quality of the series spiraling. Fans did not give Henry some sort of high note boost as he left and have rated the final 2 episodes the lowest of the entire series, though obviously it's no fault of his own. Season 3, episode 7, Out of the Fire and Into the Frying Pan. Who names these, by the way? And season 3, episode finale, The Cost of Chaos, are 2 of the lowest rated episodes on IMDb. One is a 4.2 out of 10. One is a 5.3 out of 10. I also want to point out that episode 6, let me get you the episode 6 title. So I get it right. Season 3, episode
Fair enough.
6 title no. I'm trying to get this right. I had it on my phone because I thought it was really appropriate for what's going on with Lauren Hisrich. Here we go. Come on. There it is. It is Everybody Has a Plan Till They Get Punched in the Face.
So it's a Mike Tyson quote.
So everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. I think it's really appropriate. I'm sure Lauren Hisrich had quite the plan for her intersectional feminist fantasy series. And then she got punched in the face.
By reviews
And Henry leaving.
She'd already lost the audience after season 2.
She did. It's a bait and switch. It's just like your typical bait and switch. In fact, season 3 has 8 out of 8 of the lowest rated episodes of the entire series, as in every episode in season 3 is rated lower than every episode of season 1 and 2. And now that's even with a good amount of controversy about season 2 diverging from the book's source material in a few different ways. My God, they fucking destroyed that book. The highest rated episode of season 3 is actually one of the final 3, episode 6, The Aftermath of the Betrayal at the Ball. But even with a 7.0, that is rated lower than all of 1 and 2 episodes by a half a point, by 0.6. So it's people hated it. Henry left. The fans were right all along. Again, there's a lot of that going on this year.
Yeah, it's getting boring saying I told you so. I'm only lying.
No.
It doesn't get boring at all.
No.
They'll catch up with us eventually.
Well, you think they would, because I'll make this point again. They took something like The Witcher that is centered around The Witcher, which is mostly popular for the game, Witcher 3 in particular. But people embarked on the books and like them and stuff, but they like The Witcher. They like the character. They also like Yen. They like Ciri, but they like The Witcher. And they made a show that they wanted. This is an example of them wanting to tell their story, and fuck the fan expectations. Now, when you look at Barbie, whether people like it or not, it's a massive success, and it's because it gave its core audience what it wanted. That's pretty much it. And there is a difference between men and women, by the way. And you heard my wife's review, and I think you've heard every other woman's review on I mean, I can't tell what it is because I'm not a biologist or anything, but on Twitter, and I've seen it anecdotally, that they liked Henry Cavill. They liked Henry Cavill. Why did Aquaman make $1 billion? Was it because of the writing?
No. No.
Jason Momoa's tits.
Probably. Do you know more women? What was that?
He do be having them boobies.
Yep. More women went to see Aquaman than Captain Marvel.
I wonder why.
I wonder why. I wonder why. Waiting for the Wheel of Time season 2, not the show. God, no. Like your accountants, I'm salivating on the idea of you guys ripping into it like Jaws into a body positive. Plus sized surf contest. BBC blasting bad characters. Hail! Sean Godley for $20. I would have to at least read the first 2 books before season, and then I'd have to watch season 1, which I didn't. A Disparu is salivating at that.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah.
For a secret invasion of
I could.
Wheel of Time.
I could. Futurama's first episode goes into the binge question and TV writing.
I wouldn't actually mind watching that with you, Gary. The first new episode of Futurama. It's quite meta, and I think it makes fun of Disney, kind of.
Okay. I think I'm down with that.
Which, by the way, I had a friend say, no, it doesn't. It's on Disney Plus. And I was like, if any of you have watched Futurama or Simpsons, they made fun of Fox.
Simpsons. Yeah, Simpsons
All
make
the
fun of
time.
Fox all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Liam Hemmings for €50. Thank you very much. I think I'm quite lucky to watch the suicide of Marvel, Disney et al. The implosion of art controlled by business is to watch history unfold as their replacement by individual artists with just as much reach as boards listed companies. Yes, they cannot compete with everybody. And the audience, some of them motivated by being fucking pissed off by these assholes, have now become the competition. Blood Origins makes you realize there is no longer a place only accessible after death. There you go. All right, let's look at the Loki trailer, and then we'll play MauLer's game.
Sweet. So excited.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I am too. I should have ate. I should have ate before.
I will say, seeing Short Round is neat, but that's about it.
Yep. Hopefully it's going to pop up. There's been a lot of blacking out lately on stuff. All right, we'll do that.
This will be exciting.
This will be very exciting.
Oh, I'm beside myself.
Are you? Are you?
Can't you tell?
Let's see if it pops up. Okay.
I wonder how many times it gets punched in the balls.
It was kicked as.
Obi? Hello? We have a little bit of a situation we wanted to run by you.
Tobias, wow. Great to see you again.
That's what's been happening.
Wow.
So,
Time
pause
slipping.
it. That's new.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it's because of Spider-Verse movies.
Well, did you see Across the Spider-Verse?
Yes.
They put the Loki Marvel timeline is in that movie.
Yeah, and they reference obviously the Doctor Strange and Peter Parker situation from No Way Home.
Yep.
In that movie. So yeah, it looks like they're trying to meld them a bit because this is new. This wasn't in season 1 of Loki. This whole like blah, 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 glitching thing. So maybe they're embracing the connection.
Maybe it's part of an incursion.
Does anyone care? No, seriously, I'm not trying to be facetious. Does anyone actually care?
I think it's interesting that they're trying to have a way of representing like how you're in the wrong universe or whatever the fuck, when we've been doing that for ages without that effect.
But isn't this place meant to be out of the universe, so it shouldn't be happening here?
And isn't this a different place? Now there's
I have
multiple.
no idea.
This
I
was
have
This
supposed,
no
is meant
idea
to
what
be
this is
out of
gonna be.
time.
this is supposed to be
time and space.
but it's supposed to be the one place out of time. But now there's multiple places out of time that they established in
there's
Loki
loads
season
of them,
1.
yeah.
So, in other words, as I don't think people know enough to care. I think it's just going to be gobbledygook, and be prepared.
Wait, times you know that?
Yeah.
You've seen that?
Yeah.
Can you fix that?
No. It's impossible to time slip in the TVA.
I know.
Yes, they're in the TVA.
That's what I just said.
Yeah. Well, it'll make sense as. You just gotta watch
I know,
the show.
but we
okay?
just saw it happen.
Yeah.
I've been pulled through time between the past and the present. Hello? If what I saw is true,
Female Loki.
Ooh.
God, looking even more like a fucking Karen.
God, she looks. That's a terrible haircut. Oh my, we're gonna sound like
Yep.
bitchy queens. Her hair looks awful. Oh my
Is it going to be in the
God.
80s? You think?
Yeah, but that's like a lesbian haircut in the 80s. You know, so maybe she's a lesbian.
Or she's in Susie and the Banshee. One of the two.
No, she's not.
Oh no, he's gonna kill those weird robots again.
Oh, again.
there's nothing that stands between this world and utter destruction.
Only one way to find out. Little good old-fashioned leg.
Well, this will be where Kang will show up, and then too
Yes.
late to recast and reshoot that.
Yep.
Fashion leg
Yeah.
work.
Win that they
Listen,
got.
you have different styles. You're a man of action, which is fine.
Wow.
Whoa, we actually gonna be able to see Loki defeat a person in this?
What?
No.
Maybe- no.
That bounced off, did nothing, and Sylvie comes in and saves the day.
Yeah, she does.
I take a more slow, deliberate, cerebral approach. It's really goodbye.
What the fuck is this?
It's Loki
I mean, you saw
season
the
2.
first season, right?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Body positivity time cop is back.
Oh, God.
The one who punched Loki in the face in his own show right away.
Right away.
It's up.
Stranger
Okay.
Things, because
Sylvie now works in a fast food restaurant.
McDonald's. They actually got the McDonald's logo. So
Oh,
that's some
yeah, they do, actually,
product
yeah.
placement right there.
I'm loving it. Not really.
It's back when their hamburgers look like hamburgers.
To us.
Wait, I gotta go back.
That in uber slow-mo?
I think it just like glitched or whatever.
To us.
Sylvie taking out some guy with a
Save this
ponytail.
place.
Is this cracked?
Whatever we do, we're playing God.
Didn't you do that at the end when you
Yeah, they already did
killed Kang?
Sorry. She looks fucking hideous.
Yeah.
She needs to eat some of those fucking burgers at McDonald's.
No, I think she's probably vegan. Everybody's vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she killed Kang at the end. That was kind of playing God, because she's responsible for all the multiple timelines now.
We are gods.
Okay.
That was Girl Boss, by the way, if you didn't catch that. And that's supposed to be Kang's girlfriend. Blanking on her name right now.
But how do you choose? Who lives? And who dies?
There she is. That's Kang's girlfriend.
Renslayer, right?
Yes, Ravonna Renslayer. Yes. So in one of the comics, she gets fridged for Kang. So she dies.
Oh no.
They'll probably use that as the motivation.
Make the hard choice.
Oh my God, he's so brilliant, Jonathan Majors.
No, can't say that for a little while. We don't know yet. They'll start saying it again.
They will. Oh my God, though, man. They wanted to all have sex with him. They said he's the greatest thespian who ever lived.
Make the hard choice. It's him.
Wait, he's Tesla. He's
Yeah.
Tesla.
They're making him Tesla. They race swap Tesla. There's so many versions of Kang in the comics, though. I hate Kang. I don't. Yeah, I never been a huge fan.
Come on, you're the god of mischief.
Always have been. Always will be.
A little over the top, don't you think? I thought it was spot on.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's this game, MauLer?
Ready when you are on that one.
Dude, there's a Screen Crush video. It's like 91 Easter eggs in the Loki season 2 trailer. Oh God, that's all this. That's all this fucking is, though. You have you own the source material, Marvel. It's all yours. You can adapt it to the word, but you're actually they have become as bad at adapting the material they own than other companies licensing superhero films in decades past. Remember when we were just like, hey, they kind of got the hero. Like when I saw the first Daredevil, I'm like, at least they got the costume right. You know, there's some things. That's kind of what we expected out of our superhero movies for the most part. But like Marvel, even if it's Disney owning them, should get this shit right. And it's all just fucking Easter eggs. That's all it is. It's just Easter egg. Oh, there's an Easter egg from the comic books. We're going to completely ignore it. And that Easter egg is probably BIPOC and gay now. But, it's just like the comic books.
Well, they often will put like comic accurate costumes in there just as like a distraction. It's like, there you go. You have your scraps, comic fans. Fuck off.
It's in my lost phone. I walked up to the Warlock costume at Comic-Con and saw it in real life, and holy shit. I walked up and I'm like, people were taking pictures. I'm like, this looks like dog shit. I was making a video, so I had to kind of like yell because it was con. They all fucking look at me. I'm like, whatever. It looks like crap. You know, it looked terrible. It looked fucking like somebody jizzed mustard on somebody.
Wait, the Adam Warlock's like suit?
Adam Warlock's suit. It was fucking awful.
Well, that's good because Adam Warlock was awful in Guardian.
Yeah, he was. He was.
I liked Barbie more than Guardians.
When I said Marvel was dead, you liked Barbie more than Guardians? You're high.
I like that Gary was going to say something else, that he was like, wait, a law has been broken.
You're on drugs. You're fucking high,
that's
dude.
just it, Gary. I'm off everything.
Chat, get him. Eat him up.
Chew him up, spit him out.
I'm gonna do my review after this stream. I'm gonna do my Barbie review after the stream.
Okay. Well, it'd been cool if you had did it like when we watched it last 2 weeks ago, but yeah, I
didn't want to watch it.
You and Chrissy. Fuck.
I didn't want to watch it. Yeah, Chrissy. And Ryan's quite sympathetic towards it as well.
No, but Ryan watched it.
I watched it.
I don't care that you're sympathetic.
No, you said I didn't have to watch it.
I know, but you could have watched it anyway.
I went and watched Oppenheimer. I saw Mission Impossible.
Dun, dun, dun,
I saw things. I watched the Invasion.
Eventually you did.
I went to Hades and back.
It was a trip to Hades, motherfucker. I got Hades in Hades from watching fucking Secret Invasion and Barbie.
Full blown Hades.
You know, this is a perfect intro to the game I want to play right now.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
It seems that you guys are butting heads a little bit. What if we put you in a little competition? To test who will get the most points in a Doctor Who themed little game I've constructed that's bizarre.
Gary,
I don't know about that.
It might be. Listen,
Gary
so
will.
let me
Is
explain.
it is it
Gallifreyan
modern?
tattooed on him, for fuck's sake.
Is it modern
It
or
is modern.
classic?
It
Okay.
strictly relates to seasons 1 through 9 of
Okay.
the new era.
Okay.
So what I've done, and no typing or clicking, okay? No looking for anything. I've sorted all the episodes from the new era into the top 10 according to IMDb. And what I want to do is take you in turns.
Oh, okay.
You'll
to
get
guess
1
titles
point
of episodes. Yeah.
if you can guess what is in the top 10, and you get another point if you can guess what it ranks as.
Oh,
right?
bloody-
And so
okay.
we'll go. You get 1 try back and forth until we knock them out. And I want to see how fast you guys can do it or not. And remember, this ain't gonna be you guys' top 10. This is the world's top 10.
Yeah.
On average.
Oh
And
shit.
the one thing
Okay.
I will say is that
I
this
know what
stuff
number
sort of-
1 is. I know what number 1 is. I can
This
tell.
stuff skews in favor of when they've released. You know what I mean? Like what people thought of them when they came out.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, who would like to go first?
I think Blink is number 1.
I thought fuck off. That was fine.
Well, I guess he said it first.
So
that's
you
what
well,
it
you
does.
just go ahead, Gary. Take it.
I
You
guess
get-
that's 2 points for Gary.
Yeah, it's like
I knew that everyone knew that Blink was gonna be number fucking 1.
yeah.
All right, well, yeah, you can catch up. You just got to guess anything else now. Go on.
Okay. Let's go with Rose at
Or-
number 7.
Incorrect. Rose is not on the list.
Oh,
Woo! End of Time Part 2 is number 2.
First, let me check if. Oof, you're gonna be surprised. End of Time is not on the list.
Whoa! What? Okay.
Not on this list. So what I will say is that, say for example, there were 10 episodes that were rated 9 out of 10. They can get
Mhm.
shuffled. So the one I've ended up right now with the top 10,
Yeah.
that episode is not in there.
Okay. Girl in the Fireplace at number 3.
Correct. The Girl in the Fireplace is in the list. Incorrect on rank.
It's number 2, isn't it?
You can't guess twice.
I know. I know. I'm
Over
just saying.
Gary.
It's Stephen Moffat and it's 1 episode. That's why it's got to be number 2.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
It's not-
guessing the rank for that's fair enough. So that is incorrect.
Oh shit.
Oh, wow.
All right. Well, I'll guess one that's probably going to be wrong.
Well, I mean that counts as I think that
All right,
counts as
go on.
a-
Fine,
Oh,
fine.
Okay.
Over to Ad.
Wow. Okay, we're doing that harshly, are we? Okay. Let's see. Silence in the Library, number 8.
Silence of the Library is on the list. Correct. It is not number 8.
11th Hour, number 5.
11th Hour is not on the list.
Whoa!
Wow!
Whoa! Shit! Fuck this list. What?
You really got to think it through. What do you think?
Okay,
fans
I
would
know.
end
I'm
up putting
thinking.
here?
It's all David Tennant shit. It's gonna be all
I'm going to go with
Yeah.
the Satan Pit at number 5.
The Satan Pit is not on the list.
Whoa!
What?
Is Dalek on the list?
Oh, it's got to be.
Incorrect. No.
Fuck!
No Dalek on the list. It would be on my list, but it's
Oh,
Fucking hell.
oh.
Okay. Is this episode? This doesn't include specials.
let me just check. There are no specials on here.
Okay. I'm
I
going
will
to
say,
go
by the
with.
way,
Sorry.
Just to clarify, you remember if you were to go with, let's say, Family of Blood, then you'd have
Yeah.
to go with.
Yeah.
They would be
Well, I'm-
separated.
well,
the two halves.
good, because I'm going to go with the Doctor Dances at number 9.
That is not on the list.
What the fuck? That's Moffat.
So, no specials. None.
Specials.
No specials.
No
And you guys have
specials.
separately, between you gotten Blink, Silence in the Library, and Girl in the Fireplace.
Empty Child.
Well, that's no.
No.
I've just said that. Empty Child, the Doctor Dances. It's a two-parter.
Well, no. So you would have to guess those separately, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant if you go for one, you went for it. That's why I said the Doctor
The
Dances.
Empty Child is not on the list.
Oh, it's not on the list anyway, so don't fucking.
Are you
That's
fucking
unbelievable.
kidding me, dude?
That's unbelievable.
All right, so we got to go to like season 4 then. It's got to be heavy season 4.
You might be very surprised by what.
Well, I said I said Science in the Library, didn't I? And that
Well,
was on.
I wouldn't be
It was on
surprised if something like Amy's Choice was on there. That's not a guess, by the way. But yeah, if it skews towards, you said the first 9 seasons. Is that what we're talking about?
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna go out there on a fucking absolute. I'm gonna go Deep Breath number 10.
Deep Breath at number 10. There is no Deep Breath.
Fucking hell. This is ridiculous.
So what is this list based on? I mean, is it based on when it came out, popularity, when these things hit?
Yeah, so it's the overall IMDb rating. So over time does affect it, but it mainly skews toward how they were received when they came out, which is why Blink is number 1 probably.
Well, I was gonna go Blink number 1, but Gary just jumped in there.
It's all right. You're currently drawing.
Yeah, 2-2. I think 2-2.
A Time of Angels.
No Time of Angels.
Whoa, Jesus Christ.
Okay, right. Let's go with Utopia number 6.
Yeah, it's got to be it.
No Utopia.
Fuck my ass!
Unbelievable, dude. No
I mean,
specials.
between you two, you know there's a lot of classic, famously loved episodes you haven't guessed
I know. But like some of the when we did our top 10, we've done the first 5. We're gonna leave the next 5 to closer to the 60th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
I think some of our decisions are not necessarily mainstream decisions in that top 10.
Whose
Some of
turn?
them are,
Whose turn is
absolutely.
it?
Yours.
Stolen Earth.
No Stolen Earth.
Jeez, you gotta guess the number. Oh, we're done right now.
It's worth throwing in a rank when you say that.
Okay, let's get it right. I'm staying on course. Let's go. Last of the Time Lords, number 6.
No Last of the Time Lord.
Fuck off!
Journey's End.
Off!
Number.
What did
2.
you say? Sorry.
Journey's End. Number 2.
Okay.
Number 2, Journey's End is on the list. It is not number 2.
I don't believe this. Okay, I'm gonna go right. Ooh. Number 2.
Hmm?
School Reunion.
School Reunion is not on the list.
You are fucking with my. No. That is it. That is not possible at School Reunion. No. You're lying to me, MauLer.
A lot of chat are saying Waters of Mars. That would not be in
This
this.
is special.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'd say the 50th anniversary special.
Yeah.
Day of the Doctor. But
That would have been a no brainer.
oh, dude. I've named all my favorite ones. So like I can't even imagine what it would be. It would have to be The Last of the Time Lords.
I said it.
Oh, you did. You did. Okay. Oh shit.
And it wasn't on the list. It
It's not on
wasn't
the list.
on the list.
I mean, you guys know how fan favorites can go, you know.
I know. I've got a guess. I've got to think a reasonable chance next turn. If Gary doesn't say it now.
I'm trying to like go into the Fifth Doctor's episodes. Then it's because the time they came out, they were pretty fucking popular. But God, you thought
Dude,
the 11th
hour wasn't on the list.
It wasn't on the
Yeah.
list. I don't know what
The 11th hour, one of the best episodes of Who. New Who.
Absolutely.
And to remind you, of course, you've got Blink, Silence in the Library, Girl in the Fireplace, Journey's End, and so all of them are tenant.
Empty Child. So we've gone through all the Moffat episodes, and they're not in there. That makes no fucking sense. That's not.
I got some
accurate
ideas.
list.
I got some ideas.
It's not an.
I got a
list.
long shot idea.
Go on, Gary, get shot in the dark.
Come on, hurry up! Come on, tick tick, boo! Come on.
I'm not gonna hurry. I gotta think because you already said Family of Blood.
No, you used it as an example, but you didn't say it. Yeah.
Family of Blood.
What rank?
Oh, okay. We'll go 6.
Family of Blood is on the list, but it is not ranked 6.
Shit.
Well, I mean, Human Nature, number 6.
Human Nature should be number 2. But you're going to say number 6.
You got to say it's not even on.
Human Nature is not on the list.
What the fuck?
Told you this would be fun, chat.
That's not. By the way, that is not the long shot that I think would be on the list. Because I thought that would absolutely be on the list.
Is there a long shot on the list?
Well, so
No.
you guys know that my perception of what is a long shot will be
Yes.
different from what you
Yeah.
Okay.
guys are.
Yeah, but give me your perception of a long shot.
I think the list makes sense for the most part. Some of these I would likely guess in terms of like I know that fan favorite moments happen in these episodes, so to speak. So
Yeah.
So try and think about it that way.
I know that's the why I think I've got a guess for the next one.
Mm-hmm. Is it Gary's turn or?
Yeah, it's Gary's turn. And oh, what are you doing? He's fucking looking shit up.
Dude, no, I'm
Turn
not.
your camera on.
I'm not.
He's looking at you, fucker.
That's what I was doing.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Fuck. Take your point off.
No, I'm not looking.
Gary is currently in the lead 4-2.
I'm in currently in the lead 4-2, and I'll go on a long shot here. The girl who waited.
Oh, okay.
You gotta pick a rank as well.
I'm gonna pick number. It'll be low 9.
There is no The Girl Who Waited.
All right, I'm going to go for the long shot. Do you want me to explain the logic behind the long shot?
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
This will probably help Gary. You said fan favorite.
I'm not going to cheat, by the way.
Do you know who's a massive fan favorite? Catherine Tate, Donna.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I said
gonna,
season 4. This is probably heavy.
Adipose at number 8.
No adipose.
Shit on me. I know it's a long shot, but I thought.
And see, this doesn't imply it is or isn't there, but I'm surprised you'd go with that before Fires of Pompeii with that logic.
Well, I would go with something else before Fires of Pompeii. In all fairness, I'd go with Left Turn. But
that's true, yeah.
Because that's a very Donna-centric
It's
episode.
Turn Left, and it's one of my
Turn Left.
absolutely all-time favorite episodes.
And he's still turning his camera off and cheating.
I'm not, dude. I'm not cheating. I don't care if I fucking lose. I don't care. Don't give a shit. Oh. I'm gonna. For one, it's Partners in Crime, right? The adipose episode.
The adipose one, yeah.
Partners in Crime. Yeah, not having specials on this makes it very, very difficult.
Well, I think if there were specials on it, would make it very, very easy to eliminate quite a lot. But at number 2, that's the one which.
Dude, yeah, like you don't have the introduction of Captain Jack. You don't have him coming back with Utopia. That makes no fucking sense.
You got no master. Like, what the fuck, man?
So I got to think some of them creep into to Matt Smith's era. And I'm trying to think of what we're fan.
But then the 11th Hour isn't on there.
Yeah, but that was, it's a transitional episode. Maybe at the time it wasn't met with, like, as time has gone on, it is considered one of the best opening episodes of all time.
Oh, Gary, just say Silence in the Library, River Songs.
I already said Silence in the Library, didn't I?
Silence in the Library has been guessed by you.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Because I would have already said it, because that's one of my favorite episodes.
Well, apparently, I already said it, so there you go.
There you go. There you go. The Pandorica opens. I don't fucking know.
Ooh, no.
What rank?
Oh, no.
5.
Incorrect. No Pandorica opens.
Okay, I gotta be fair.
So it's not even on the list.
No.
Nope. Okay.
I gotta be fair. Turn Left at number 8.
No Turn Left.
Fuck.
Jesus Christ. I've got one, but I got a feeling that my next guess, if Gary doesn't say what I'm going to say, I got a feeling it's not on the list. But it's crazy that it won't be if it's not. But there you go.
Surprised none of you have said Midnight.
That's the one I'm going to say. That was the one I was going to say. But now that you've actually said it, it's not on the list.
Yeah, I don't think it's on the list. I don't think it was
I
considered.
have actually named in casual conversation 2 episodes that are on here that you haven't guessed yet.
What?
Well, I think, yeah.
One of them, I think neither of you are going to pick
Fires of Pompeii cannot be on the list.
It is on the list. It will be.
Wait, is that your guess?
Yes.
What rank?
Okay, was the Pandorica Opens on the list or not? By the way, no. Fires of Pompeii would be, I get 8.
Not on the list.
Jesus, you got more.
MauLer tricked me.
He did. Oh man, did we had Family of Blood, didn't we?
We had
yes,
but did we have we didn't have Human Nature?
I don't think so.
Or did I guessed
no,
Human
Nature? You guessed Human Nature, and I said no.
Okay, and you said no.
Oh, that's right.
Family of Blood hasn't been found yet either.
Okay. Well, if I guess a rank though, that's a turn. So I'm gonna go with I gotta say it then. I've got to be true to myself. I said if Gary don't guess it, I'm gonna say Midnight. I'm gonna have to say Midnight. At number 2.
Rank, it ain't on there.
Oh, for fuck's sake! And there you go.
It should be on there, but it ain't on there.
Yeah.
All right. Vincent and the Doctor.
Oh, great guess. Fuck,
what
great
rank?
guess.
I'm gonna say that's high up there. That's got to be.
Yeah, that's gotta be big.
3.
Correct. Vincent and the Doctor is on the list, but it's not rank 3.
Oof.
That's fucking great guess. Okay, I'm gonna go. Okay, I fucked up twice with this, so I'm gonna fuck up 3 times because I'm gonna go with The Sound of Drums at number 7.
That is not on the list.
Unbelievable.
The Doctor's Wife.
Oh.
Rank
4.
That is not on the list.
Oof.
I don't even know anymore. I don't even know.
This is one that's gonna slay you when you finally guess it.
Let me just
Not fear her.
No, I'm gonna say that now. No fear is not on you.
The Parting of the Ways, number 4.
That is not on the list.
Heaven Sent.
Oh,
rank
number 9.
Heaven Sent is on the list. It is not 9.
Okay, so we'll go with Hell Bent, number 9.
Hell Bent is not on the list.
Okay. Wow.
Gary is dominating right now.
I know, it's like 6-2 or something. 7-2.
Yes, 6-2.
So we have 2 more left.
You have 3 more episodes to guess because you got 1 rank correct, which was Blink.
Oh yeah, you got Blink number 1, which is the fucking easiest thing.
Oh yeah. Fucking. What do you want me to do? You would have done. You're just pissed because I beat you to it.
That was my first go. Was Blink number 1? That was my first go.
Oh God.
It could be 4-4. It could be Gary if that was reversed.
Because I would like. I don't know. The chat might disagree, but I feel like I've named like the 3 most popular Matt Smith episodes.
There's one I'm really surprised neither of you have guessed yet.
Because we're not allowed to look at the episode, so that's why.
Yeah, it could be tough.
Because you can just get the block, you know?
Well, I mean, like I said, it's like fans, right? So events will often get them revved up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've had End of Time, and that wasn't even on there.
Mm-hmm.
That's 10's fucking regeneration.
Yep.
And 11th Hour isn't on there, and that's Matt Smith's first major episode.
I'm blanking on a fucking name. That's what's killing me right now. The
You don't
blank.
have to, if you can allude to the episode.
The
that's good
blank is.
All right, okay.
I don't know why I'm blanking on this though. I've got too much stuff in my head. Too many bits. The one before Parting of the Ways.
You're gonna have to help me out. What one is that?
It is
The Dalek. We're meeting up with the Dalek.
Meeting Up with the Daleks. Yeah.
Which season?
Season 1.
Season 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
then I could
Season
say
1,
no.
penultimate
In fact,
episode.
What I'll give you right now is there's nothing from season 1 left.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Not that there was. I don't think there's anything from season 1 in it anyway.
Totally blanking. I still cannot retrieve it from my brain.
So is that Gary's go or
That's my go. That's my go.
That'll count.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'll think of the name in like 10 minutes. The name will come to me, but right now it's just like I'm at a block.
So we had Silence in the Library. What was the one after Silence in the Library? What's the second part called?
Is that your guess?
Well, it's no, because now you've been ready.
Forest of the Dead.
Forest of the Dead. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Fucking hell. The Cybermen, Army of the Dead, is it?
Blackwater.
Which season you aiming for?
Capaldi.
Season 2, penultimate episode. Army of Ghosts. Is it Army of Ghosts?
Is that episode 12?
Well, it's the penultimate episode, so you can check on IMDb all the things. Is it Army of Ghosts? Is it?
Give me a sec. I can check.
Army of Ghosts is it?
Yeah. Okay.
It is Army of Ghosts.
Army
So
Ghosts, what rank?
it's going to be the one after Army of Ghosts,
Oh,
which is the finale of season 2.
And rank?
Number 2.
You are correct that it's on the list. It ain't rank 2 though.
Okay.
That's Doomsday, I think it's called.
Hey, that was So I haven't chosen Army of Ghosts though, Gary. That is up for grabs. Can't believe that none of the Master stuff was in there. Shitting.
How many episodes do we have left?
2.
2.
Well, can we have the numbers used, please? Out of the guess, oh no, we haven't guessed numbers. That's just right. We've only got 1 at 1. That's it, isn't it?
Yeah, well, there have been ranks guessed technically, but I haven't been writing those down, I'm afraid.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Father's Day. Oh wait, that's fucking season 1.
No, it's season 1. No,
Yeah.
no.
I mean, we'll let you have another go, I think.
Yeah. I'm okay with going with another go. Yeah.
God dang it! How can Father's Day not fucking be on there?
I'm gonna go with I've got a long shot, another long shot.
I've got a long shot too, and I'm
Fuck
just
it.
gonna go with it because it's one of my favorite episodes. So
Yeah.
fuck it. Asylum
Yeah,
of the
same.
Asylum of the Daleks.
Okay.
Rank?
That was pretty fucking well received when it came out. 6.
It is not on the list.
Okay. I'm just gonna get straight to the point then. I'm gonna go with Dark Water at number 9.
I say
That is not on
Blackwater.
the list.
Of course, it's not on the list.
Of course not.
Of course, it's not on the fucking list.
Season 7 had a huge lead up, but it didn't have any other than Asylum of the Daleks.
Yeah, he got messy. He
got
got really messy that season.
Yeah, it did. Amy was a popular girl.
She was.
Oh, you know what? I may have made a mistake. I'm looking at it now, and it's like, oh shit! I think I got confused and thought that was an episode of a season when this could be a special, actually.
Oh, I think
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. Maybe.
That's probably why you guys haven't guessed it yet. So what we'll do,
I know.
I think it is a special, and what we'll do is you both get to guess at the same time. If you both get it right, you both get a point. If only one of you does, one of you does. You know what I mean? So
Day of the Doctor.
well, wait. So
in the name of the Doctor, whatever it's called.
So the one you're talking about, the
Matt
one
Smith,
with
Matt Smith's regeneration.
Is that what happens in that one?
That's Time of the Doctor.
Time of the Doctor. There you go. Time of the Doctor.
Special? I thought that was like a part of the season.
I was confused.
It is a Christmas special.
Oh,
okay. Well, in any case, then you're going with that, is it?
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Gary, what are you going to go with?
At number 10.
End of Time Part 1.
Okay, so both of you are wrong.
Okay.
Great stuff.
Waters of Mars.
Rank.
No.
We can say it together. You guess the rank. You guess the rank.
We're both doing the same time for now. So you both going with Waters of Mars.
Waters of Mars number 2.
Yes.
Okay. There is no Waters of Mars.
That's ridiculous.
But it's a special. So it's Voyage of the Damned.
Az, what do you want to do?
That's a really good one. That's Kylie Minogue. I'm gonna go. No. Gary. It's Gary's turn. We're doing it like it's like a special, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Okay. Damn. I'm gonna go. What was Tennant's regeneration first episode? His special, his Christmas special was.
Isn't it End of Time Part 1 and 2?
No. He's sorry. His regeneration from Eccleston into him.
Christmas Invasion.
Oh.
Christmas
His
Invasion.
first Christmas Invasion. Christmas Invasion.
Ranks for both of you?
9.
Gary, you didn't give a rank for yours.
Oh, for Christmas Invasion or
No, for Voyage of the Damned.
Voyage of the Damned.
No.
Fucking 2. That should be 2. So good.
Both are not on the list.
God damn it.
Of course
But
not.
it's a special. There's a special on the list. It can't be the next Doctor.
I mean, I feel like it's so fucking obvious. I'm so confused, though it hasn't been guessed yet. And the only way it could not be a guess is if it was an episode, but then I feel like you would have guessed it as well if it was an episode. I'm pretty sure this is a special. Right. Next guess.
Not Love and Monsters. I'm not guessing that.
No. It's not Fear Her, Love and Monsters. No. The Husbands of River Song.
Rank.
10.
And Gary?
Oh, I'm trying to think of another special.
I'm so glad I don't have the chat open because I just imagine they're screaming.
A lot of them are screaming the correct answers.
Okay. I haven't got the chat open.
Well, obviously, I don't know if they could be checking, so.
Yeah. But no, I will promise you chat is not open. But I can just imagine chat are going fucking ballistic.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's chat.
Well, have we guessed? I thought I guessed Day of the Doctor already. No?
Day of the Doctor has not been guessed.
But you said it's a special, but that couldn't be it. Oh, fuck it. Day of the Doctor. That should be on there. Absolutely.
What rank would you want to choose?
I would say 7.
All right. As your guess was incorrect, not on the list. Gary, Day of the Doctor is on the list. It is not rank 7 though.
Okay.
Fuck, what's that? 8-3?
7-3.
7-3. Fucking.
And you've got one more episode of Doctor Who to guess that's on here. That doesn't surprise me. It slipped you guys, but it has been mentioned.
Trying to think of popular Matt Smith episodes.
I feel like just to get this one out of the way, all I'll say is, hey, part 1s and part 2s, right? Like.
Yeah. Well, but we've had the Silence in the Library 1 and 2, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
We've had the Master 3-parter.
Yes.
We've had human
What?
nature and Family of Blood.
Yep. Empty Child, the Doctor Dances. What were you saying, MauLer?
Forest of the Dead has not been.
Silence of the Library.
Every time it's come up, everybody.
Forest of the Dead.
Rank.
Number 4.
it is on the list, and that's the last one.
Ah.
But it is not number 4.
All right, I want to hear the rankings. Tell me what the rankings were.
7-4. I'll take a respectable 7-4.
Yeah, it was 7-4. I mean, we could go for the rankings, but that's just going to be kind of boring. I think.
Yeah, it's going to get boring. Yeah.
So yeah, this list, as I see it, is number 1 is Blink, which no surprise.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Heaven Sent, which.
Oh wow.
Whoa. Okay, that's a little high.
Number 3 is Forest of the Dead. I don't know why. I feel like
I said 4, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh, so close.
Well, see, number 4 is Day of the Doctor, and it's like I would have thought that would have been up at number 2, to be honest with you, with fans, Number 5 is Vincent and the Doctor. It's like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Number 6 is Silence in the Library. Sure. Number 7, The Girl in the Fireplace. Number 8, Doomsday. Number 9, The Family of Blood. And number 10, Journey's End.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fucked up list.
Yeah.
It's so interesting because me and Friggy did it with Buffy and Angel, which I don't know if you'd be able to do a Buffy one between you like this maybe next time, but that would be fun, I think. If you can remember them enough, because there's only a few series or seasons you can do this with.
As you get older, you forget things that you knew. It's just what happens, man. I watched Doctor Who season 1 through, at the time, 6 on a loop every day at the store. We just ran all the seasons, and when they finished, we restarted them at the store for like 3 years straight. That's all we were playing. And nobody ever complained, by the way. Nobody ever complained that oh, you're playing as Doctor, because we used to play like, fucking X-Men cartoons in there and stuff on our video system. We had a video system.
Yeah.
And nobody complained. I made so many Doctor Who fans. People would be like, we had the couches, they could kick back and watch the show if they wanted to. And I knew every episode, never ever minute.
It's insane. There's so many episodes you guys listed that I think should be on here well before most of these. Like, I can't believe Midnight's not on here.
Yeah, Midnight should be on.
I know.
Dalek, dude. Dalek
should definitely be on here, yeah.
Father's Day. These are all considered like all-time classics. And then, my
School Reunion, man.
School Reunion's the shit. Return of
Return of Sarah Jane. Come
Sarah
on.
Jane. I miss her.
I know.
Who had a spin-off show that lasted, 4 or 5 seasons, by the way. Had a couple of good Doctor Who appearances. Had a decent, it was a kid's show. But the Trickster was like a decent villain. Yeah. Like, it was good stuff. It's good stuff.
And the only reason why I finished was Elizabeth Sladen passing away.
2011. Very sad.
Yes.
But Doctor's Wife was, almost as popular at the time as Vincent and the Doctor. Like, very, very popular episode. Neil Gaiman wrote that.
Oh, as soon as you said Vincent and the Doctor.
Yeah, Vincent and the Doctors.
Oh,
yeah.
But ending is just.
But like,
right?
What's similar between Vincent and the Doctor and Doctor's Wife is like the beginnings of the episode are fine, but they just have this epic ending. They both have this fucking just unbelievable ending that really sticks the landing. Let's read some soups. Then we're gonna have to get out of here.
Yeah, I gotta hunt out to 3.
You got to go now, don't you, MauLer?
I can do another 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Okay. All right. I'm sorry, X-Ray Girl's not here, so I'm been kind of retarded. I mean, no more than usual, to be honest with you. So let's go here. And it's going to be back on my channel next week, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I did back to back.
Yep. That Mark MauLer episode, if you guys have not seen that Mark MauLer episode, it's on Az's channel. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah. Well, check it out.
That was a high point for the show. No Zaku Boy for $50. God. I gotta blow this up to my screen up to 200% so I can see this, because I'm looking at it on the Streamlabs side. So I'm like,
who sees into the hearts of men and the undergarments of women? Peeping Tom.
Tits are tits. Lesser, greater, middling. The difference is obvious. But is the degree arbitrary? Definition is blurred when Tom faces the flawless mutant. Memories of the Bitcher.
Bitcher.
Cheers.
That's great. Send Bob's clock off.
Drax masturbation arm for $3 says, after all the Buffy talk, I decided to give a try after the last BBC. I'm already on season 3. I am enthralled. Thank you, MauLer and Az, for the recommendation. Yeah, it's all right. I didn't recommend it.
Also, I always say this to people, but if you're enthralled by season 3, you're gonna fucking adore that show.
Yeah.
Also, don't miss out on Angel.
Yeah, and you got to start, like, there's an order to watch it, because after that, you start Angel, right?
Yeah.
How do you do it, MauLer, real quick?
There's a list that I use. I think it's called like the Watchers Council. It's some list someone put together. I can link it in chat, but I do take a little bit of like personal sort of, like there's arcs in both shows. This list will often recommend going back 4, back 4, back 4. Sometimes I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then over to the other one, 1, 2, 3, 4, depending on how the story's going, that sort of thing. But yeah, there's really the great crossovers are like season 1 of Angel and season 4 of Buffy.
Yeah.
The faith stuff, and of course, Angel getting his soul for one day or being human for a day. There's a lot of good stuff like that. And then, funnily enough, season 4, as rocky as it is for Angel, having Willow, Faith, and well, there's just a lot of crossover shit happens in that as well. So it's good to keep it in line because the stories benefit from that. As people have said before, there's people who've seen all of Buffy and they have no idea. Faith leaves the show as a villainous serial killer type person. She comes back a hero.
Comes back a hero.
What the hell happened? It's like, go watch Angel.
Go watch Angel. You have to. It's so good. It's not unlike a Song of Ice and Fire with to make it even sound worse. It's been over.
Fuck, I feel bad. That guy said he was on season 3, and I just said all that shit. Whoops.
Maybe he's gone. So George, it's been over 12 years
No
since
one's ever really gone, Gary.
since he released Dance with Dragons, but I think people forget that was the second half of a book. So A Feast for Crows and Dance with Dragons are one book that were split, and he split the book, and it still took him 6 years to get the second half out. That was already written because he re-edited it. So honestly, we haven't gotten a book. I mean, 2005 was when he really finished both of those books. But there is A Feast for Dragons. There's an order to read them all. I like the boiled leather version where you go, where they, incorporate all the chapters and give you a full list on how to read that. But yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, motherfucker, it's taken him longer because most of Dance was written back in 2005. So yeah, this shit's never coming out.
Boston.
Shame you watched shame that you have not watched Wheel of Time. It is a pinnacle of franchise destruction. The showrunner's qualifications to run the second biggest fantasy series is that he's a gay Mormon with 60 cousins, was a Survivor contestant show, and wrote for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And the producers of that show are connected to Bad Reboot. I think one of the producers is married to Lindsay Weber, who is producing The Rings of Power. Little nepotism. Liam Hemmings, thank you for the 100 euros. Well, if I decide to cover it, I got to know what I'm doing. So I have to at least read the first 2 books and then watch the first season. That would be my homework to even think about covering that show. Michael King for $4.99. Gary, have you opened the Doctor Who book I sent you in the mail? The coloring book? Did you send the coloring book? I have seen it. Yes. I have seen it. Have I opened it yet? No. Well, should I open it? I have seen it. I got back from...
not seen what I have seen.
I got back from San Diego, and I went right to work. I haven't even... I got to clean up because my wife's on her way home now. So I got to unbachelorize this place. But I will look inside, Michael. Thank you. Sean Godley for $20. Waiting for the Wheel of Time season 2, not show. God, no. Like your accountants. Oh, I've read that one already. Okay.
Yep.
I did. Okay, MauLer, get out of here. You got to go.
Okay, Mom. It's been real fun, guys.
That was a fun quiz.
Yeah.
That was a fun quiz.
We wanted to do it with other ones if we can find ones that work. Star Trek would probably be a good one, right?
I think Star Trek would be a great one.
Ooh, yeah.
And see, I can run it because I don't know
TNG.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
he'll beat me on TNG.
TNG.
Well, we could do that next time, and Az can start, right? Because
yeah,
Yeah, there you go. We fixed it. It'll be
All
okay
right.
then. All right. Bye,
Best of
everybody.
both worlds, number one.
Well, duh.
Bye.
All good
Bye,
things, number 2. Bye. All good things, number 2.
Tarmac, number 3.
We just got the first hit, right? That's got to be the top 3. What Frosty Film Watcher for $20 says, "Hail to the fellowship. This is a question for all 3 of you wonderful people." Oh shit, we just lost one of them. I want to do what you guys do. Any advice for starting out on YouTube as a critic and making videos?
Yes, you've got to have an idea. If you're asking us what you should do, you don't want to be a YouTuber. That's the advice I can give you. If you want to be a YouTuber, you want to be a YouTuber because you've already got a very clear vision, an idea about what you want to do on the site. That's what brings a true content creator there. If you're asking us why you should come onto YouTube, what should I do on YouTube, you don't want to be here. You're already in the wrong place here.
Yeah, I would just start. I came at it. I had no intention of this was never going to be a gig, a job, ever. But I really loved talking about this stuff. So I just wanted to do that. So that was my idea that Az was talking about. You have to have an idea. Like, basically, if you have a group of friends that you go to movies with or shows with and you bullshit with them, just extend that out to here. That's all you're doing. You're just reaching more people. This was basically what I did behind the counter at the comic store for 10 years. Was we'd talk about shows, we'd talk about everything, talk about the comics, we'd bitch about them. We didn't give a fuck what people thought or said, even in the store. And I just brought that here. So my idea, you got to have that idea. You can't go, well, I think I'm going to try 5 or 6 things. No, you got to have one thing. Mine was pop culture and really, really geared towards the specific nerd side of pop culture. That doesn't even include gaming, although I'm a massive gamer now. But just start. Make sure you got a good mic. Camera doesn't matter. Not at first. But good luck. Have fun. The whole point is to have fun. Make sure you're having fun. But as Az said, if you come in here with the mindset of I'm gonna make a money, I don't think that's. I'd say have obtainable goals. Unattainable goals like discourage a lot of people. Like having like really managed expectations of just I'm gonna have fun. Michael King, I've read that one. So let me go over here. There's Liam. I have a random question for MauLer. Oh shit. What are your guys' favorite Coen Brothers films? Because I just watched Fargo and I was thinking about it. It says Night King 01 for $4.99.
No Country for Old Men.
Raising Arizona. And then Oh Brother, Where Art Thou would be 2.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? What?
George Clooney.
Dude, it's fucking great. That movie is beyond great.
Is it? Wait. Coen Brothers. Did I get it? Did I get it right?
Coen Brothers.
No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, that's Coen Brothers.
Yeah.
That's Coen Brothers. I know a lot of people like The Big Lebowski. I like it. It's not my favorite though. I think Raising Arizona.
I mean, two views on that. First time I watched Big Lebowski, I was just like, "What the fuck is this?" And then the second time I watched it, I was like, "It's like Ferris Bueller's Day Off." First time I watched that, I was just like, "What?" And the second time I watched it, I was like, "Oh, yeah."
No, Big Lebowski's great. Don't get me wrong. The dude abides. But Raising Arizona is like Nick Cage in his prime.
That's like your opinion, man.
I know. Did y'all see the Drinkers Witcher video? Absolutely.
Of course.
I knew it was coming out.
Of course.
I watched it. I liked it. I don't miss any of his videos. I watch all my friends' videos. I know they don't watch mine, but
I watch all of your videos.
How do you know I'm even talking about you? Why are you getting so defensive?
Because you always you fucking poke at me.
Yes. I mean, I know you already have a sibling, but that's kind of, I don't know. I'm a little brother, dude. That's what I do. Press buttons. That's what I fucking do. That's what little brothers do.
Older brother.
We press.
Older brother.
What, dude? No.
Older brother.
I'm a little brother in my life. I have an older sister who used to fucking terrorize me. But
oh, you're an older brother.
Oh, yeah, I am older than you. A lot. Justin Hudson for $5. I understand DCU is DOA if Superman bombs, but I have hope for the Batman 2. Co-writer is Mattson Tomlin, who wrote Batman the Imposter. Great story. Yeah, I mean, I didn't hate the Batman at all. I just thought it was the terrible third act. I thought the opening was the fucking shit. I'm like, when I saw that opening, I'm like, oh man. But you need to put together a whole movie.
Weird thing is though, right? I like the first 2 hours. The third act, as you said, it's abysmal. Yeah. Like abysmal, the third act. But the first 2 hours are very very enjoyable. However, rewatchability. I had seen Batman Returns, even Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin, Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises multiple times by now. If we're doing it on its release, it's in the Batman twice, once at the cinema and then once when my brother came, and that's it. I've had no compunction to watch it again.
No, I haven't either. And stuff I really really like, I watch, dude, minimum 4 times. Like, I'll go back, I'll buy it, I'll throw it in.
I've seen Mission Impossible 7 twice at the cinema already.
Yeah, it's so good. It's too bad it's bombing. Nolan's Riddler is named Mr. Reese.
Yes, Mr. Reese.
The Build King says for $2. Yeah. Victor Von Doom. I read that one. Yeah, see, I've got it. Like,
yeah, that was an allusion to the Riddler. Mysteries.
I kind of want to watch Dark Knight again now.
Yeah, and I kind of do.
Yeah,
I gotta make a Barbie video now.
You got to make a Barbie video, and I've got to make a Witcher video. So neither of us can watch Dark Knight, which we'd much rather do. But
I might watch it after.
Oh, that's right.
But I'll probably fall asleep because I only got like 2 hours kit.
No, I start a video and I am locked into work for the entire evening and good part of tomorrow morning.
Well, you got 6 hours on me.
Yeah, it's 3 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 9 p.m. here now.
It's 9 p.m. We got to read a couple more here. Night King 01. Would you be upset if The Witcher show was bad adaptation but a good show? Because I have been thinking a lot about adaptations from books to screen that are like this. Starship Troopers is not a very good adaptation, but it is still a good movie. Yeah, I mean, it just depends.
I'd be fine with that. There's plenty. Like Civil War is not a good adaptation of the comic Civil War, but Civil War is, I think, a really good movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I agree. I think if you just had Witcher killing monsters and you worked in Ciri and Yennefer's story as the two side characters that they are, that would have been fine. But the fact that they let, I mean, I don't think there was a point. I'm sure the Netflix guy, whoever's head, the CEO, probably tried to talk Henry into not leaving. I'm guessing he did. But then Henry's like, dude, I'm not even in the show that much.
I'm not even in the show, yeah.
Especially if they adapt the next book. It is politicking, man. It is all fucking politicking. So he won't be in the show very much. So they would have to, again, like combine a couple of books to even give him time to be in it in an interesting way. And they are so fucking dumb. Like the politicking is like, it's retarded politicking. Like it is window licking politicking in this. You can see things coming from a mile away. It's so, I'll give you full credit for that. I love that you brought back window licking. Okay. Hail to Az for that. The fans build the sandbox and allow you to come and build a castle in it. Everyone is excited to see what you make. Then you drop trowel and proceed to diarrhea everywhere. That wasn't their job. That's why everyone hates them. Hayden, 75 for $20. Cheers. Well said. You know, look at all the Batman fans. Like, we get all these versions of film Batman that are, by the way, nothing like the comic book. But they're pretty accepting. They're like, okay, this is Nolan's take, and here's Burton's take, and, you know, there's Snyder's take, and then there's Matt Reeves' take, which was like, you know what it was?
It felt like watching a Legends of the Dark Knight.
Yeah, it felt like an Elseworlds.
Yeah.
And it got bland at the end. Like the third act's a mess, but it's bland, and they also like did the whole like it's a 4chan guy thing, which was so fucking cringe. So cringe.
Yeah, YouTube, Reddit, 4chan, man bad.
Sir Shy87 for $2 says Elisa Lim is good and should direct Black Panther 3. We'll see if there is a Black Panther 3.
That's good. How about no Black Panther 3? However, it's still it's as terrible as the second one was. Still made money.
Grand Dark Fang for $20 says the MCU has their own version of the Perfect Cell now, and she's probably gonna have the least amount of impact on the MCU going forward, and is going to be gone after Secret Wars. Dragon Ball Z handled this better. It's like a kid's fucking cartoon, what they did at the end. It's like a kid's cartoon, not to disrespect Dragon Ball Z. I know it's more than that to a lot of people, but holy shit. Was that terrible? Yeah, I mean, like any big bad comes, just fucking call Gaia. She'll handle it.
Yeah. She got everything.
Scott Christy Jones for £2 says Good Omens season 2. It's all trans and gay. Yeah, I figured it would be because for one, there's only one book that Neil Gaiman wrote with Terry Pratchett. And it was Terry Pratchett, right? Maybe maybe I got that wrong.
No, I think so.
Is it Terry Pratchett?
Yeah.
And yeah, I heard it. I saw Uber Geek. What's up, Uber Geek? He tweeted about it and said, "No, this is fucking god awful." I didn't like the first season very much. I like David Tennant. I think, but having Frances McDormand play God and it was fucking lame. Yeah.
Gaiman and Pratchett.
Yep. Diego Salazar for 1,000 Argentinian pesos. Dollars. We're going to say dollars. Fuck it. Marvel is dead, but it doesn't know that yet. So it has a few steps to go before dropping dead, and Disney went full Paime and used the diversity, equity, and inclusion exploding heart technique on their franchises. Yeah, it's a zombie, right? It's just a fucking zombie franchise, just like Disney Star Wars. These are in, I guess we'll say a doom loop. They're in a doom loop. We'll use that term. These franchises are in a doom loop. These companies are too big to be agile enough to change on the fly. I am told, at least on the Marvel side, they have recognized this and they plan to change it. But that's not going to happen in a realistic fashion until 2026. Are you going to give a fuck that long? I doubt the normies will. In the meantime, Hollywood's going to go take every girl's toy and try to make a movie off it now because Barbie is going to make $1 billion, which is that's what's
then some.
And then some. But maybe that takes the attention away from the guy stuff. I don't know. I doubt it. I saw Neon put up a poll yesterday, or no, 2 days ago, asking if you just wanted Hollywood to burn or you wanted to improve or
I saw that.
Not give a fuck. And burn won, as I thought it would. Some people freaked out about that. It's like, dude, they've treated the fans like fucking shit. What do you expect them to say? All right. My personal preference, as I stated at that and responding to him, is I would prefer the vast majority improve. It would be better for culture. A lot of these companies aren't going anywhere anyway. And sure, you could say burn it all, but that's just not realistic. That's not going to happen. But if Disney burns, I truly believe we'd all be better. Humanity would be better off for it. So I got no sympathy for Disney. Fuck Disney. The other ones, I'd like to see improve. But, Ryan pointed this out this morning. Barbie is a Warner Brothers picture.
Yes.
But Warner Brothers has lost its fucking ass this year. So they're going to have this $1 billion movie and not have any kind of profit to show for it.
No, they're 49.5 billion in the hole.
And DC, James Gunn DCU is fucking DOA.
Yes.
Even with a good Superman movie that Az and I might like a lot.
The more I hear, the more I get turned off, because now it's just the amount of characters which are going to be in it. It's just do your first movie. Can we just nail Clark and Lois and Jimmy and Perry and Lex? Can we just nail those characters, please? First.
Goody Budweed Comedy Non-Woke Movie Productions. It says Slayer 96DA second. I don't even know what that means. I am not a partaker in the marijuana. I am sober. I don't like marijuana. I think it should be illegal, but you don't even want to know my personal opinions on actually smoking it, or you won't like them. You guys should ask the Soska sisters on for a deep dive into Daredevil. Could be a great episode. We might have them on. They're doing some work for Eric July. Best Batman or most accurate in Mask of the Phantasm and the original series. All the DCAU was perfect. Not all of it. Later on, it got kind of lame. But Batman, the animated series, is absolutely what you should be modeling Batman off of for a TV show. A live action TV show, as one that we would cover. It would be the biggest fucking show in America if done with you get the right people in there. And I mean, you get top men.
Yes.
Top men. You get Vince Gilligan. You go, Vince Gilligan, we want you to make a Batman show.
Batman detective show.
Detective show. You get some top dudes in there, and it would get a ton of free advertising. It would bring tons of fucking subscribers to Max. And you do 10 episodes a year, not every 2 years, a year. And you bottle it up a little bit. He's not taking on anything universal. You just have him with his rogues gallery and fucking maybe on it.
You need a procedural Batman detective show. That's what you need.
Yep.
You can have continuity with that, but make it a procedural Batman detective.
How the hell have there been so many good, admittedly good for the most part, Superman shows and one Batman show? And
I had no idea.
It's fucking mind-boggling. All right, we're gonna get the rest of the square up. Time is up. Az has to go make a video, and so do I. So square up's it's shooting for Thursday night. I was supposed to be Monday, but we're shooting for Thursday night because I gotta get this. Fuck. My Witcher's video is gonna be short, folks. I'm not doing 20 minutes on the fucking Witcher. That's what I sat there with a blank page and I'm like, I'm just gonna make a short video on this. I'm not gonna make it.
It's a great video, man. The last video was great. I absolutely loved it.
Hey, I know we were talking about the streaming thing, but Asmongold fucking blew up my Witcher video. Like, thank you.
Good.
Yeah. Good guy. Nice guy. Go sub to him.
Yes.
I'm sure many of you are.
I've streamed with him a couple of times.
You
I've
have?
done a couple of videos with him. Yeah.
Yeah.
We both came through World of Warcraft together.
Oh, shit. That's awesome. Yeah, he seems
So
like a really good dude.
I know Zach. Yeah, I know Zach. Well, I say I know Zach. I've done some stuff with him in the past. Haven't done anything for
the audience can see that for the most part.
He's a good guy. I've never had an issue with him at all. He's a good guy.
Awesome. But I do have a lot to say about The Witcher, just not the episodes. They're fucking shit. All right, Az, what you got coming up?
Well, I'm gonna go record my Barbie review after this. And hopefully get that edited and up tonight. Tomorrow, I might be doing a strum with my bro from another Mo. Might be doing some Remnant. I'll have to see. Friday Night Tights. Who's on Friday Night Tights?
Lauren Chen.
Excellent. I just dropped. That is so weird because I didn't know that, and I dropped Lauren a DM this morning.
Oh, good.
Because I was just I was deleting because I got like 6,600 photos on my phone. So I was like, I gotta get rid of some of these fucking photos, man. So I was deleting, just deleting away, and I came across a photo of from Lauren Chen, a Twitter response from Lauren Chen. So I had to reply to one of her videos or one of her tweets or something, and she'd sent me a tweet back going, "Thank you very much. I love your vids." And I was just at that time, I was just like, "Fucking hell, Lauren Chen watches my vids."
Yep.
Like, fucking hell, man.
Yeah, it was.
So that meant a lot to me.
Getting
So I just sent her a DM with that message, that photograph in, saying,
That's awesome.
I was just deleting a bunch of photos, and I just came across this, and I just wanted to know this meant a lot to me.
Well, she does her pop culture mediaholic, and she is
Subscribe.
very good. She's cool. She's cool beans. That one. Yeah,
She's great.
Yeah.
She's really good. Great brain on her. Based as fuck. Looks like a wonderful mother. If you see her baby smile, she's a great mother.
Yep,
you can tell. I love Lauren's bitch. She's fantastic.
So that should be a good show. I've got a Witcher video coming out. Then I'm probably gonna watch something fucking good for like Buffy or something for like 3 days. Because then
watch The Dark Knight as well.
Oh, I gotta watch The Dark Knight. Well, I got those box sets that you got, so I had to get them those special edition.
Oh yeah.
So I'll crack one of those open. And maybe I'll do Dark Knight and Batman Returns. One of my two favorite Batman movies. So, in the meantime, we'll be back Friday. Thanks to the Nerdrotics for all you do. We appreciate you. Thanks for leaving a super chat and a donation. Look for it's going to be late. Nerdrotic Live on the for Super Chat Square up Thursday night. And thanks for checking out my video. I really appreciate it. It's doing really well and got a really positive response. Good job, Quarterback Garrett. And we will see you next time. We're just
here next week.
Back here next week.
Balance the books.
That's right. Ciao, Bella.